Welcome to the Meridian Fall D&D campaign. Episode 13, I believe, and my phone is too loud. Yes. A quick recap, I suppose, of what happened is for the last two sessions, as far as I remember, you guys have been slowly defeating this dungeon. We're not even gonna hide the fact that it's pretty obvious you guys are going to do the boss fight, the big deal of this dungeon, because there's one room left that you haven't explored. Some benevolent spirits told you that you need to clear it out. You guys spent a long rest preparing for this thing. It's pretty obvious that that's what we're gonna have today. You guys did just level to level 5, which is one of the biggest deals for leveling, so we'll see if I am capable of building encounters that are appropriate for level 5 characters. This will either be a TPK, too easy, or Goldilocks. We'll see. So I guess I will allow, since everybody is here and ready to go, I will let everyone do their introductions. I will start from the top of the list that I see with, I forget, do I say the player's character? I think I say the player characters. Playing May and Rim.
Ezekiel, or I'm playing May Glen Odell, who's a young high elf wizard girl, and her apprentice, I suppose. Her ward, Rim Osteric or Osterel, I can't remember his last name.
It's on the side. If anyone wants to check out the extension.
He recently joined, but he's now attempting to also become a adventurer, just like May, who he's looked up to since he was younger.
Octorok?
That's a Zelda thing, except they spelled it wrong, and it's not what his name actually is.
Oh,
I just made it up.
I thought you were helping. Thanks.
Oh,
Of course
Osterov.
not.
Osterov.
Okay,
I named
awesome.
him last week, so or his last name last week.
Next up we have Blanford.
Hi, my name is I'm Falter, and hi, my name is Blanford. I promise I'm not Zosimus. I killed him. I swear I did. I joined the party after I joined the party a bit ago, and I've been helping out ever since.
Excellent. And next up we have Fjorn.
Embark or Moose. I play Bjorn, barbarian, who's got a great axe that needs some help.
Does anyone know mending? Or have tool sets that would be helpful for... The DM can help you guys, but you guys have to have something to make sense of it. I looked. I don't think anybody has smithing or...
I don't think that mending even works against that, does it?
I don't think so, but I might have been able to fandangle some rolls to give you a chance. Rule of cool potentially, but I don't think anybody even has that, so...
He has the good luck that he is already a barbarian, so he can...
Yeah, he'll just punch his way through. And lastly is Oris.
Hello, stop shocking. I play Oris the Monk. He's got a new character sheet portrait. It's nothing special.
Is it different than the icon that we're using?
Yeah. It's the one I posted in Discord like last week. So, whatever. He's kind of he can fight, but he doesn't like to kill. But he hasn't really had a chance to hasn't had a chance to perform any non-lethal strikes yet. So people keep killing things after
things
his
have
turn.
been monsters. You've been.
Yeah, and he's not concerned about killing like just the pure evil or like non-sentient stuff. So
Yeah. Exactly. Who cares about killing a mimic? They're just...
There's sort of, yeah, exactly. There's sort of like a gray area line there that he's not even 100% sure where it is. He's never been called out on it. Maybe a little hypocritical of it. We'll see how that goes.
Well, I mean, yeah, we will see. There's also, just for anyone watching who is familiar with this campaign and might not know, we did already start up the second part of this campaign, which is a second party in the same world. Completely different set of 4 actors and characters that's playing on Wednesdays. They just did their first official launch one last Wednesday. It was a bit of it. There were some technical issues, which I have smoothed out. So that Shant? I don't know. I guess I'm like some kind of rich person. Shan't be a problem anymore. At least I hope so. And yeah, they're doing a completely different campaign. Their characters are already level 4. They're slightly behind these guys, but that's okay. And there will be stuff connecting the 2 campaigns, and lore will kind of spill over, and I'm pretty excited to give this team tidbits of information with the other team, and yeah, it'll be exciting stuff. I'm pretty excited for it. I guess we already did the quick recap. You guys just had your long rest. Some things of note before moving forward into the campaign. Rim is only level 2 instead of level 5. He also has 1 level of exhaustion left, I believe. May also has 1 level of exhaustion, and we've been talking about it all week. They fought an ooze, and our barbarian Fjorn's great axe, it has a -2 on it right now, which is both of those things, or all those things collectively, could slow the party down, and we'll see. We'll see what
Bjorn,
happens.
would you like to use my dagger instead of your great axe?
No.
I think Rim has short sword, if we really got desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Oris would note the axe at some point as well, and just
You also-
I guess a group is talking about it. Yeah, Oris has, you could use the quarterstaff.
You could use the
if you want.
quarterstaff, yeah, which honestly isn't too bad. It's a two-handed. It's a D8.
You can two-hand it, exactly.
D10,
and
right? So
it can be swung.
-2.
Not
Yeah,
the same
I would
as an
say.
axe, but
Yeah, it's arguably better than.
it doesn't
-2
have the
great
necrotic
axe.
effect. So
it doesn't
yes, it'll hit more often, but it won't do nearly as much damage because the necrotic on the great axe is.
It's not on the axe. It's a natural.
Oh, it's a
rage
skill thing.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So yeah, as far as just basic weapons go,
More likely to hit, but it'll do probably on average. Well, with the -2, it'll probably do roughly the same damage. So
I would argue more damage, because the difference between
more consistent.
a D10 and a D12 is on average +1.
It's a D8 +3 versus a D12.
Oh, is it normally
+1.
D6?
It's a D6 one-handed, D8
Oh,
two-handed,
my
so
apologies. My apologies.
Yeah,
I thought it was
that's
D10. I was
definitely
thinking D10.
it would be a D8 +3 versus
You're
a
right.
D12 +1.
So
But
it's
hey,
pretty,
it's freaking
it's
ooze.
pretty close.
But it's a +2 on attack rolls compared to the great axe. So.
Yeah, it's a little. He'll just reckless and smash faces still. Anyways, right?
So
Or throw
I mean,
javelins.
it's Bjorn's choice. He's got an offer of I think a short sword or a dagger or a quarterstaff. If
Or
he
just keep the.
wants
I
to
mean,
do something
honestly,
else.
at -2, it's still. It's not that bad. At -5, it breaks, but I'd have to throw more acidic ooze type monsters at you for that to be a concern.
No, I'm just going to jump
Alright.
into end it all.
All right. So you guys finish your night's rest. You are aware that the magical dice that you have are reusable at this point, but I think you guys. I don't know if you
Oh, we
guys.
can use those again, right?
Sorry.
We can use those again? 'Cause
You can,
need it.
yeah, of course. It's definitely your prerogative if you want to do it now or if you want to do it later.
Later.
I kind of want to do them now.
Oh Lord.
You will learn more about them if you
Well, remember,
if you
like
roll
you
them.
said, I think that if you do 2 of them, I think that's what makes it better.
That's right. Your arcane roll was really poor, and you think that
Yeah.
You know that it will be
All right.
stronger. You don't know if it about odds wise if it's. Interestingly, had you rolled them together, double skulls is not necessarily just double the effect. If you had rolled double skulls, it actually would not have just given you double the exhaustion or like killed you outright. It has an interesting effect. Because that's one of the more common rolls you're going to get, because two sides are skulls, so yeah, double skulls is going to come up often.
I hand you the other half of it roll.
What the?
I,
What the?
Alright, so
What's
I
going
think
on
someone's
there?
getting
Everything
in
all
real
right?
life kidnapped. And yeah, you guys are free to do what you want. It's about like 7 in the morning, you just got up. The Black Fang is getting out. He's okay with the fact that you guys have been here for 2 days. He's not making a big deal out of it, but
I'm gonna try something a little off the cuff, I guess.
sure.
I'm gonna pull the coin out of my pocket and rub it, I guess.
Oh, you're going to try to talk to Whimsy.
Yeah.
Yes, immediately your mind connects with some kind of telepathic magic that you're not even completely aware of how it works. And you hear a little rustling for a second in your mind, and then you hear, yes, hello, good morning, it's been a while.
Yeah, I didn't wake you up, did I?
Don't worry about me, sleep is for the weak.
Well, I've got a question for you.
I'm available.
I have this axe that has this corrosive junk on it. I got it from fighting an ooze.
And
I was
ooze.
wondering-
Can you tell me a little more about the ooze? Do you know what color, consistency?
It was a black.
Black. Ooh, yes. You see you hear like somehow in your mind you're hearing like pages flip, which is weird because you're like, aren't we just telepathically sending our thoughts? But somehow you're like hearing the things in her room. It's almost like as she flips the pages, she's mentally recanting the sound in her mind, which is then sending it to you. But yes, she's like, yes, a black pudding, yes. What would you like to know about the black pudding?
Rin is going to ask May why he's just staring at a coin.
Well, he speaks aloud, actually.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I assumed he was like just telepathically talking.
Well, I think that he probably could practice and do it, stealthily. But given Fjorn's natural intelligence score, I'm gonna say since when we were doing the well episode, we were assuming he was talking out loud, and because everyone was getting the information immediately, so I'm just gonna roll with that and say that unless Fjorn practices, I'm going to say he's always speaking aloud to send his thoughts.
What in the heck is that coin? Why is it talking to him? May's just like, shut up, let him talk. Hold on, I'll tell you later.
I was wondering if there's a way to do something about this. It's like eating away at the axe. Wonder if maybe you knew something since you're kind of studying that type of stuff.
I would recommend replacing the axe, possibly. Is it special to you in some way? Do you need to recover the axe?
Well, it's just the fact that I might be needing it pretty soon.
You're planning to need it in combat. You want it to be reliable as a weapon.
Yes.
Let me think. There might be. I feel like there's someone that might be able to help you. I don't know. Where are you right now?
Well, you're a long
I don't
ways
know
off.
the exact location.
You could say like I'm a few days journey north of.
Yeah, we're several days away from your location.
Okay, deep in the forest. I think I have a friend in that area. Difficult to communicate with, though. She has an affinity with vermin. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
So
I
there's
can
not
help
like
you
some-
directly.
Alright. Well, I was wondering, making sure there wasn't some kind of plant or something out here that could just rub on it, make it
I
magically
don't know about
disappear.
a plant that could remove damage from a metal. I mean, if I was personally with you, I might be able to enchant the blade or improve it in some other form. I don't know if you'll find herbs in your area, but if you walk around, maybe just, I don't know, yelling the word rat over and over, you might maybe have some success with that. I know that I have a companion in the area that maybe if you by perchance see a giant's shoe, don't be afraid. Go near it.
A giant shoe.
Yeah, she's being a little strange and cryptic about it, but that's whimsy for you.
Whimsical.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go ahead and put the coin back in my pocket.
I'll see you later. And then you're gone.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Right? May is trying to hide the fact that she's like kind of like jealous because she wants to be the person that they ask advice for, but she's not really that powerful as a wizard yet and doesn't know everything. So she's like, yeah, well, maybe we can figure a way out ourselves. Maybe maybe possibly.
Oris wants to look for food again.
Early
in
that's
the
another
morning.
thing is you guys are running dangerously low on supplies. Like, you could probably okay, well, not with a roll like that. Okay, so you
Like
take some
5 in a row.
time, you return with, like, I don't know, like some leaves. You're like, can we eat this? You think you can eat it, but you don't know how filling it will be. I mean, overall, you could probably survive the day and then sleep again, theoretically, but the people who have exhaustion they need to be fully fed. They can't be like on rations to recover their exhaustion from a long rest. So theoretically, you're not like gonna die by the end of today with your current supplies, but your two exhausted members will remain exhausted, and then if by chance you decided to stay up, I think that's the third time I've said by chance or perchance this episode, but you stick around for too many days and you have no food, eventually you'll start incurring exhaustion down the road. But I mean, you guys aren't planning to stay here that long, are you?
No, we're probably gonna leave after this, but
I figured
maybe
try and get breakfast.
Let's do a quick hunt and get some breakfast. I'm going to roll. Let's get some quick breakfast before we go.
Was that survival from May?
With disadvantage.
No, not from me. This is from Blandford.
Yeah, Blandford can go. You can all roll it. It's fine. You're gonna spend the time doing it.
Good
Wow,
lord, look
We're
at this.
hopeless. Okay,
Oh
maybe.
no!
Yeah.
Why are we so shitty at finding food? Where's our
Okay,
ranger?
yes.
God.
Somehow you guys actually like lost
Drink for
food.
natural one.
Like, you remember you guys had like mushroom, like you had some like oddball items you weren't sure about. You like took them out with you and hoping to find similar items, and somehow you've lost them. Like, you thought you were gonna like maybe use them to trap some animals or whatever. Yeah, you don't even have those things anymore. You have like just enough of a ration to get you through like maybe lunch today, but yeah, you guys are gonna have grumbling tummies.
Can I ask the Black Fang how much money he would need to go hunting for us, because we're
Yeah,
massive
you
failures?
notice that of everyone, he is still fully fed. He has no problem with tracking and hunting for his own food, but he doesn't feed you guys.
Jerk.
You speak to. He's a little miffed that you guys haven't like basically talked to him in almost 2 days, so he's kind of like. I mean, he's
I mean,
you
don't
know,
talk to us
is he
either,
more grumpy
so-
than he always is? Hard to say, but you want me to feed all of you?
Help us look for food if
You know where
He's
there's
bored.
food.
We're having trouble hunting.
Just about a few hours travel from here is.
Yes, but we're trying to deal with a monster in there, and we would prefer doing it on a full stomach.
I mean, not
would,
really. I feel
would,
like an
would,
empty
would
stomach-
100 gold do that?
100 gold.
I
I suppose I
think-
could feed you for 100 gold, but if you
I think we
wait,
should not do that, guys. Don't you know that fighting on an empty stomach makes you fight harder?
Fine, let's do this.
Let's just have the food ready for when we return.
you do still have the elven wine. So if you wanted to splash a little something in your stomach to give you the confidence to continue fighting,
Alcohol on an empty stomach.
that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have a swig after we're done fighting, and we'll travel for what he's saying is a few hours. I think we'll be fine.
Like I said, you have a little bit. You have some ration left from like the original.
We'll be fine.
But
Yeah,
you don't want to eat it now
Right
because
after.
you'll be way too hungry later on. So you want to eat it in like a
We'll
little
be
bit.
okay.
You'll be
We'll be
okay. You
okay.
guys have grumbling tummies, but it shouldn't affect you combat wise unless I don't know, you fight some kind of monster that cares that you're hungry.
This is man John charming.
There's a shadow in there, isn't there?
You also are all acutely aware that Blanford is, he doesn't look 100% like everybody else does after a long rest. I think I mentioned this to you guys last week as well. You're slowly noticing he's less able to hide something going on.
Oris doesn't notice.
That's
Does
what-
Oris notice? He's not looking for it, so
passive
he's very much-
perception.
he's very much mind his own business. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
can
I
I
mean-
purposely fail a roll?
I mean, you're playing the character. Yeah. If he doesn't notice, he doesn't notice. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm half mentioning it for your characters, half mentioning it for the
Yeah.
humans playing.
I'm kind of.
That's fine. You guys can. It's now a few hours later in the day.
You need to get going.
I have no idea how. Well, I mean, some of you had disadvantage, but how you guys rolled. Like, Oris's 9 was the best?
I had a
I've been the
natural
best.
one.
I've been the best twice or 3 times in a row with like a 9 or a 10.
You guys could
So
just get
with-
lucky,
with the
like,
plus 3.
statistically.
I didn't pre-roll I didn't do any pre-rolls.
Hey, maybe you guys should try hunting in the Shadowfell. I don't know. At this point, up is down, down is up. What would you like to do?
I'll get
I'm
a
going to
negative.
start heading in by myself.
All right, Blanford is on his way into the temple.
Yeah, let's go.
Where did Blanford go?
Temple.
Does anybody have?
Should we follow him, or should we just?
So is when Rim is Rim going to take is Rim going to be our hunter from here on out? I asked him to cook the rabbit last night because I assumed he knew how to do that kind of thing because
You did. You guys, you definitely ate last night, and you had your full bellies. That's why some people got their exhaustions.
Right, but I'm asking is he going to be is he figure that he knew how to cook because people who grow up in small towns know how to cook because everyone knows how to do everything in small towns generally.
I can cook, but I don't have. I mean, I'm still pretty tired.
Okay.
I
I was wondering if that was what you're going to be doing in the party was hunting and foraging and that kind of cool thing.
I mean, if that's what's needed, I tried to. I didn't do a very good job this time, but again, I think that after another day or two, maybe perhaps I'll have I'll have some better luck.
Okay. So is anyone else coming with me into the temple?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you guys all go in. Before you went to bed, you obviously turned the dials to have the rifts off in case something was to try to come through. It's the power you have over the temple, so you basically locked the gates before you slept. You don't necessarily have to leave someone here, but you could leave Rim here like you did last time.
Someone needs to be here in order to reopen it on each side.
Well, you don't really need it on the other side to get to the last room.
Oh.
Well, don't we
Okay.
need? I don't remember how it was.
So
the
way basically the way it works is this bottom half of the material temple is locked off from the top half, right? So unless you wanted to go to the top half of the material temple, you don't need to worry about the dials. If you open the rift here and go into the Shadowfell, there's nothing obscuring you. You can go to the entire temple within the Shadowfell. It would be
We're going to this room in Shadowfell.
Yeah,
so
exactly. If you needed, the only reason you'd need someone at the dials is if you needed to return to the material plane right here to investigate the rest of that top half, which you don't need to do to get to that potential boss room.
Wait, don't we have to go through this portal and then?
Nope.
You go through this
We
one,
will-
then this block is gone, and you can just literally just like walk all the way there in the Shadowfell.
This door is locked, right?
Nope, you open this one in the material plane, and you suspect that its
Oh.
twin will be open in the Shadowfell now.
I gotcha. I remember. Yeah, I guess we open a material and then in the shadow.
Yeah, and in this area, you found a mysteriously empty room. You're like, oh, okay. There's like some symbolage on the ground, and that hinted that there will be a boss fight in the Shadowfell, and it's also the only room in the temple that's not been explored, and the
Cool.
guys are still telling you you need to clear the temple for them. I mean, maybe they're talking about this one animated armor in the corner, which I may or may not say you just collectively kill if you decide to do it. But we'll worry about that later.
May does casts mage armor, but with like that cool sort of Doctor Strange thing where you like, you know. I don't know
I'm
how to
not
describe
familiar, but the sound effect does help.
it. When he like taps his arms together and like creates those little spinning things around his arms in the movies. Yeah.
I need to watch some more Doctor... Oh, did you say Doctor Strange? Why did I always say thinking Doctor Who? Doctor
No, Doctor-
Strange, yes. I totally know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is there conversation about if Rem is coming? Because if there is, we should probably talk about Shadowfell, considering it's why he's like mostly dead, or was mostly dead. He probably doesn't want to go back in there.
I think he wants to come. Rim, what do you think? Yeah, no, I want to come. I want to help you guys finally. I think I am still tired kind of, but I'm ready to fight now. I don't think I'll have any problem when.
Are you trying to impress the girl?
What? I told you I want to be an adventurer, and this is adventuring, right?
Will you be
Yeah.
okay in the Shadowfell?
Are this the
I
reason
think
you're?
we'll
Are you
find
trying
out.
to? Are you going on this adventure to impress? To impress Mai? Because that's great. But are you actually gonna be able to do anything?
I think my previous response should show that no, it's not just about impressing May. I think that I'm trying to kind of, I mean, the reason why I'm coming is not to impress all of you, but yes, I also am kind of trying to be an adventurer like all of you. So,
Okay. If you want, it's
What
fine
would
if you
you
want.
do?
If you want to be an adventurer, that's fine. But if you want to do it to impress her, that's fine. I just want to know if that's it. That's all. That's all fine. That's all fine.
Wow.
Fine.
May
already
rolls her eyes and just says, "I don't know why in the world he would tell you if that was the reason, anyways."
I'm trying to get a reaction to see if I can get any reaction out of
If you want to roll insight or something, you can. I don't think he's gonna just straight out tell you.
I absolutely he absolutely would not, and I am going to roll insight. I think it's
Yeah, go for it.
I think it's absolutely.
If you'd like, Rim can roll. To me personally, you can roll deception or persuasion.
I'm
Would they both? Would they be with?
Never mind. Actually, with
disadvantage?
disadvantage, he's gonna. That's an amazing insight roll. I can't see him with disadvantage rolling higher than that.
I don't remember how to roll just to the DM. Is it DM roll? Is that how you do it?
I believe so. /DM space roll, I think, or maybe it's all one word.
GR or GM roll
GM roll.
/GR will do it.
It's not DM roll.
No, it's in the. If you scroll up when you
okay, so
join the session, it's in the green box in the chat thing.
All right.
I typed GM roll /GM roll is one word, and then put D20 and it worked.
You said deception or persuasion?
It's up to you.
I think I have persuasion.
Well, I mean, it's dependent on if you're telling the truth or not.
I don't think he's really. I mean, that's not the sole reason why. I mean, sure, that'll be part of it, but I don't think he's.
Yeah, you don't have to tell everyone which one you're using. I meant it as in like you could hint to your DM.
Well, I would have gotten that 20, but
that's true. That would have been a natural 20 if he wasn't tired. Yeah. So with a slight tired nature, you feel like that might be like a tiny part of it. But he is keeping his cards close to his chest. May's too tired to even really realize what the two of you are discussing, so she's just busy on like getting things done, not worrying about drama.
Okay, good to know.
He's a chatty,
Or it's just-
chatty kid.
Yeah, or it's just says to Rim if the battle goes south to flee, to just run. Don't worry about us.
oh yeah, okay, I know, I get it. I'm gonna try to stay in the back. I really just want to, like, you know, kind of see how you guys fight, and maybe if I can help out a little bit.
Okay, I'm
Run.
going to want to get started on the portals.
Sure. Yeah. You guys remember how the dials work? Click, click, bling, bling, and yes, portal for
Is there
a
a rim
rift
token? Is there a rim
appears.
token somewhere?
Sorry.
Is there
Yeah,
a
I'm
rim
looking for Rim.
What are we talking about? A token?
Yeah.
Rim, yeah.
Oh, for Rim? Sure. We'll worry about it when we're in the Shadowfell if he's coming.
I can use this one.
Yeah, I'll just give you like a random token in a sec. And you guys, nope. That's not the first time I've done that. Okay, we'll get rid of that. I guess I can't get rid of that pink line. Yeah, so you guys, I guess there's no Rim or May in this one.
Where's May?
Do you need me to make a token again for May?
Can I do the drag thing? I
I'll
can't.
grab one
Oh,
out.
wait, there's no. I can't drag it.
Oh,
Why
okay.
can't I
Go
drag-
if you can, then it will. I won't have to give it to you.
I can't.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not gonna worry about it.
You know, the website is still loading its existence. And
I can see it, but I can't grab. Oh, there she is.
There you are. You have a May.
you will join the game shortly.
Yeah, probably won't. You might have to refresh. I'm not sure. And we need a Rim token. Yeah, sure. Here, I'll give you. Do you want the old Zazie as a Rim?
I guess.
No, I'll just. You can have this. You can have this. This blank one, and I'm gonna
Blank
change. I'm gonna give it a dimple so that you know that it's yours.
All right.
Because I have a feeling that we'll be making enemy tokens as well. I've given you control. Okay, yes. So that's the room this room here, it is the last room.
I don't have a room. It's being stupid. I'm gonna close Roll20 and reopen it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, so this door is now open. And when you look in, I will give you some more revealing of the areas. You'll be very surprised with the shape of the room, I'm certain. Ah, yes, it looks exactly like the other room. You know what? I'm just gonna do this because why not? At this point.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
You found the map. Da-da-da-da. Yes, as you find a little bit disturbing to you is that as you whoa guys, don't move in just yet. You notice the room is dark. Unlike every other room that you've been in so far, which has had the magical lanterns at the top, this room appears to be completely pitch dark at this point. There's a little bit of dim light that makes it about the 10 feet into this little hallway here. But as far as the whole room goes, it's dark. And I believe only one of you has dark vision? Oh, I guess two of you if you count Rim.
Yeah, Rim also has dark vision.
We lost Polestar, by the way.
From Discord as well? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's dead. It's fine. Well, we'll bring him along. It's okay. He's in here somewhere.
Oh,
He's back.
well, his body's moving. He's a zombie.
He's here.
Kill him.
Kill him. Take his soul.
No, he's gone.
And he's gone again.
Don't worry about it. As long as I'm getting paid, right? Oh, wait. I'm not.
Who's casting Speak with Dead?
Okay, so yeah, it's a dark room. If you guys are going to make perception checks or anything, it's going to be a little more difficult. Or you might want to light torches or something before you go in if some people want to be able to see better. You're not entirely sure if the room was always dark or if whatever is in there purposefully extinguished the lights in preparation for your encounter. You did have a battle outside this room yesterday, so it's possible that you took a day to prepare and your enemies may have also, depending on what's in there. You don't know. You have no idea. You don't know if it's a monster in there. You don't know if it's intelligent creatures. You're not sure. Unless someone wants to go and take a peek.
So, do we want to try to get in there stealthily, or...
If it's dark or
Sorry, my
can't
computer's
see.
stupid.
I'd say we need, if you can see in there without lighting a torch, I'd say we try that first before we light a torch, because lighting a torch will just let them know we're here.
Yeah,
May, can you go invisible?
I can. I think it might be better to have Rim go invisible. He's a little bit stealthier than I am.
Could do that. Let's
We
put the
both
level 2
dangerous.
character in the middle of whatever this is.
We both have disadvantage, so
That's also true.
so
Yeah,
the
okay.
invisibility might help with that, and then he can.
If Horus could see, it would probably have made sense to send him in with the +6 stealth, but it'll be
I
no
don't have
good if he
access
can't
to
see.
the. I can't get into Roll20 map. It just let me in and I hit reload.
Okay, well, I'll have May go in because.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in.
Awesome. So, what's the plan?
I'm gonna have May go in. She's definitely not as good at stealth, but she'll turn off stealth. She'll cast invisibility on herself,
Okay.
and she will go forward.
Sure. I guess you'll take a quick peek into the room if you can roll perception for me first. And then you can decide if you want to go any further than that. Although with disadvantage, which is kind of sucky. But unless you wanted to use your owl, who first of all won't be tired. Oh, you already did the invisibility thing. It's too bad. You could have made your owl invisible, and it wouldn't have been tired, and it would have had advantage.
I guess you could make the owl invisible. That's cool.
Well,
Whoops,
you did. May didn't come up with that plan though. She's gonna think about it tomorrow when she wakes up. She's gonna be like, Squire. Whoops, I forgot.
No, well, they both were 7, so.
Okay. That's not great, but you can still kind of see what's in the room. Give me a sec. I'm gonna spawn some thingies in real quick. Enemy. Oh, I gotta put it like this. There we go. Okay, so at the back of the room, you see 3 thrones. Chairs, but well-ordained thrones. And in each of them... Oh, there is an extra guy there. What the? Yeah, he's in the room and he's attacking you. And in each of those thrones, with your dark vision, you're looking. You see figures, humanoid figures in each of the thrones. And is someone having a shower? That was
Weird
interesting.
static.
I heard
Maybe
static.
Fallstar said his computer was having problems.
Okay, no problem.
It's fine now.
You took it into
Now.
the shower with him?
Yeah, he just had a quick
Sure.
shower. He's clean now. We're good. Squeaky clean. So there's 3 thrones, chairs, if you can, at the back of the room, and in each one is a humanoid figure. It's low perception roll and dark vision, so you're only seeing shades of gray. You can't quite make out from where you are much more information about that. You would have to get a little bit closer to figure out maybe who these people are that are sitting there. They do not react to you in any way.
Maybe invisibly, she looks back, and then she's like, steps a little bit closer in.
Okay. You'll have to go to about, I'm going to say here-ish to get a really good look at the room. And you can make another perception if you would like. Also, stealth if you don't mind. I mean, you're invisible, but there's potential for you to, kick up a stone or something. Don't worry, I know it's sound alone, and the DC is going to be very manageable, but if you do roll a natural 1, we'll see what happens. Which one was that? Was that perception?
That was.
That would have been stealth because your perception is plus
stealth.
4.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
very
perception
stealthy. Yeah. Well, relatively stealthy. As far as you can tell, you're silent and invisible. Perception from that distance.
Perception is another 7.
Another 7. Okay, well, you're not getting a whole lot more information about the room, but as your eyes are locked on these 3 individuals and you move closer to them, you can tell they are humanoid. They remind you of some of the... No, I guess they wouldn't remind you of anything that you've encountered so far. They just look human. They are wearing maybe cloth, just clothing. They don't look armed, and you notice that they look kind of limp. They're moving, they're breathing, they're alive, but they look maybe weakened. You're not entirely sure what the deal is with these guys, and they also don't notice you.
Do they look undead?
It's hard to tell with just dark vision and that low perception. From your sense of smell, you don't smell anything decaying, and you don't hear any noises or anything that would indicate that they're undead, but as far as sight is concerned, you are not able to confirm. Gotta roll a little better than a 7.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess I'm...
Open, take a bite.
Take a bite. Roll
I don't
animal
know if
handling.
the
Why don't you
closer-
roll to seduce?
Magic missile, the 3 of them.
That's definitely an option. They might all be mimics. The thrones might be mimics, and maybe they're attached to the thrones via the mimic, and they're just slowly chewing on their butt. That sounds like a really bad way to die.
I have a suspicion, but I'm probably wrong. That is such a high CR that you wouldn't do it to us.
Is it 3 liches? What? And a beholder?
No, it's not that, but it's as bad.
Okay, so there's the 3 of them. They just look like humanoid. I really can't get much. It's pretty dark in there, even with dark vision. I'm not getting. I'm not really sure. There doesn't seem to be any traps that I triggered by walking through. I'm still invisible, by the way. I don't know. I don't know if I should go in and I should reveal myself and see what happens, or if we should put a light in there and see what happens.
So we can tell that they are in line with each other, right?
In line?
Yeah,
They're all against the
like,
wall.
lined up.
So I'm gonna talk to whoever's close to me and say,
Oh, you're planning
if we're
the
gonna
lightning.
do this javelin, if I can get to the corner and throw it to the last target, it will do possibly damage all three of them.
I think it's fair to assume that these are enemies and there won't be any discussion to be had.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't know if I should. Well, I can also cast things like fireball now. So I'm like, I don't know if I should just blow up the room before we go in and then we rush, or
I mean, I want the javelin. I would prefer them to be all in line. So
right. I don't know.
There's
I
the
don't know if we should just attack or if we should try to communicate first.
there's a small possibility that they are friendlies or neutrals, and that the actual enemy is hidden. But,
Yeah, I don't know if I would say friendly, but they definitely could be neutral.
right, they could be friendlies or neutrals, and the real enemy is hidden. But that is. Do we want to bet on
Now, if
that?
he had
Or do we
rolled
want-
really high perception, would you still be assuming that as Blanford?
Yes, I always assume that there's always a possibility that there could be that there could be someone behind there's something more going on.
There also
Definitely.
just doesn't need to be evil constantly. I mean, we could just be going up into this room and there could be just people in here to talk to or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I know that Shadowfell is full of a lot of things, but I don't think just assuming that everything's inherently evil when we go here is necessarily the right idea.
Agreed. It could be that these are merchants and this is a temple, and they shouldn't be here because they're merchants. That's entirely possible.
I mean, I doubt they're merchants, but
What about
It's-
the things that we saw in Shadowfell in the secret room on the other plane, material plane? Could it be the bodies of those things?
Now, the spirits, you guys do remember, were gnomes. They're much
Sorry, I
smaller.
couldn't remember myself.
Yeah,
there
no,
were
it's okay.
gnome
I'm just
researchers.
reminding you guys, they were gnome researchers, which has implications because they weren't elves. So then there's curiosities as to why there were non-elves in this area. But yes, May will
There were three,
mention that
right?
they're full-bodied. They're not gnome-shaped.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, they're thick.
They're thick boys, yeah.
I don't know. I think that we basically should decide either between I'll go back in and I will basically like light up a torch or something and try to kind of do a semi-reveal and see what happens, or we just have Fjorn go in and attack right
There's
away.
nothing
I mean,
stop-
I think that Fjorn can still come in and attack if something bad goes, but I'm slowly feeling more and more like I don't want to just attack the first thing we see.
You can still investigate further. I mean, that was just in the room looking again. I mean, investigation is a whole different role.
I guess I can go up close and try to investigate, yeah.
You could do that. I'm not suggesting one way or the other as the DM. I'm just reminding you of your. I just don't want you to think that I've limited how much you can inspect the room. If that's something you want to do, if you want to put yourself immediately next to these things. Is everyone allowed? I mean, you're invisible; they can't stop you. But is that what
Yeah,
everyone
I'm
wants?
just gonna leave while they're talking.
Okay, so you want to like get real up close to these guys and get a real good roll on them. How do you want to do this? Are you gonna try to touch them? Are you gonna try to?
I'm gonna go in also up there.
You can't see anything in there. It's pitch black.
You don't have dark vision and you're not invisible. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it.
But you're just gonna. You can't see anything.
I mean, you can. Yeah, you can hear things. Your sight is not the greatest, though.
I guess I'm gonna do as much investigation without touching, and then if I need to if I need to.
What about the thrones? Are you curious about the thrones?
I don't know what they look like yet, really, because I've
Okay.
been such bad perception. So, I mean, if they look more interesting than the bodies, then sure.
It's just sight has failed you right now, so I'm just wondering what senses you want to use.
I guess I will
maybe you're
start,
just
like,
going close and you're
touching things.
listening. You're just like, what do I hear? Like, do I hear
Yeah,
them
I
breathing?
want
Do
to
I?
use other senses first. Like, yeah, I'll listen. I'll smell to see if they're undead. I won't taste anything. um,
Eat them. Take a bite.
but yeah, then I'll start
Okay.
maybe running my hands over the throne and trying to, thrones, as well as maybe like their hands, like trying to see what positions they're in,
Okay.
stuff like that. And
Sounds
as soon
good.
as I
This is an
feel
interesting
something,
one. Let's see what you do for your roll here. Okay, 12. 12 is not it's not a natural one, which is always the possibility where you just
Yeah,
like punch them
so
by
it's
accident.
worse.
Okay, so we're gonna give a little bit more information. As you get closer, you're listening, and you hear them breathing. You hear them. You maybe asleep, maybe awake. You're not quite sure on the consciousness level. They're not moving a whole lot. You know that they're human. They smell like they've probably been here for a few days, but they don't smell like undead or rotting in any way. Can you roll me quickly a stealth check one more time?
Sure.
While you are running your hands over stuff to get a little more information.
Do you want like sleight of hand? I don't know if it's different.
You can do sleight of hand if you want. If it's a different roll for you, sure.
Yeah, no, they're the same. I thought so.
+7.
Oh, cool.
Okay, not super stealthy with the way you're doing it, but you do touch their skin a little, and they don't seem to completely react to you. They don't seem scared or startled by contact, but you notice that their hands are bound, that they are tied to this throne as you're feeling around for it. Whatever it is, this throne is stoneworked into the floor, and they are bound to it. Around their wrists. You're not sure about any further bindings because you were only checking like, their hands and whatnot, and they didn't react necessarily to your touch. You notice one of them is kind of moving a little and just kind of like, and he just kind of like stays limp. You're starting to suspect that maybe these people are captives. You're not sure if they're willingly here or if they're here against their will. But the bindings do kind of make you wonder about what's up with that. And as you get one last investigative look at them, even with your shades of gray, you notice on their chests, or at least in the one immediately in front of you, that symbol that you've seen before. These are likely to be members of the Gloom Ilk.
Oh. Kill them all! No,
So yeah, it's an interesting one because you're like, oh, okay, so they're captive, so maybe they're innocent, but they're my enemy too. So now you're gonna have to really think about that. As far as letting anyone know that you're there, you guys are still haven't alerted attention because you're invisible.
Oh, God. I just want to, like, freaking light up a torch and see what happens, but I'm not sure if I should do it. Okay.
I have a thing I want to do, but it requires light.
This reminds me a little bit of the well battle where you guys took the whole session to figure out how to fight the elemental. I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah.
It's totally cool. We can take the whole session or longer.
Well, I
You
mean,
guys are having a
know,
good time. I'm having a good time. I'm not complaining.
I mean, it's kind of like, it's your
I'm
fault
gonna-
for not having them attack us immediately.
I'm going to use the message cantrip and say,
Do you need line of sight for message?
Actually, in it says if you know,
general area. general
If you're
direction.
familiar with the person and you're in the general area, you know where
Oh,
they're
okay,
at.
okay, yeah. You can like do it through walls and stuff. I'm just curious where
Yeah.
Blanford is because he looks like he's peeking into the room.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say,
You're fine. You're
What?
fine. Go for it.
do you want to try, uh, spell work on them, illusions and such, but so we can avoid battle, or should we jump straight to fighting?
Maybe it's 3 hags.
Well, I mean, we have to start out some light, and I think light might trigger what is to come, but I'm not quite sure yet. It's unfortunate I forgot to cast detect magic beforehand. I thought maybe I should just cast it as a spell and not worry about ritual casting it.
I'm. How about you come? I'm gonna send message again and say, how about you come back here to the corridor, and I'm going to and then I'll do something and see what happens.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to cast light on a dagger and throw it at the opposite wall.
I mean, I feel like I want to be in the room whenever when it's lit up to get the best view of everything.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
they might-
invisible, so yeah.
But they
If the room is lit, you'll still be invisible.
at least take some steps back.
I'm
At
not
least
gonna
take.
be, like, right
at least
next to
take-
them when I light
Alright.
up the torch.
Okay, I'm going to take it my dagger, and cast light on it and throw it here, or to the other side of the room.
Okay, and as far as it's 30 feet of light, right? And then another 30 feet of dim light?
I think it's 20.
20
No,
and 20? So I'm
I'm
gonna say,
yeah,
I'm just gonna say once that dagger's in the room, the whole room is lit. Like that is,
Okay. That's everything.
I mean, maybe the far corner is dim light, but like, I'm not gonna deal with that.
Okay. So, my
You're gonna throw,
I'm-
well, you can cast light and throw it into the room.
correct.
Alright. And as the dagger goes in, the room lights up. You guys can see everything in the room
Wait,
now.
can I try something?
Sure.
Can I try to catch the dagger?
Oh,
Sure. In your left hand?
I mean,
That would be
guess,
a catching hand, anyways. Usually.
Oh, fair enough, baseball player.
Exactly.
hold on.
True. I mean, either one works, right? Do I have something in my right hand? Or...
You have a dagger in your right hand that can't be released.
Oh, right. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, I'll use left hand, I guess. I already have disadvantage, so.
Why are we rolling crossbow? Are you attack?
Roll thing. No, I was trying to roll.
Roll how good of a throw it was?
Yeah.
I mean,
where-
if this was the plan, your DC for catching it is really good, but I don't think it was. So you're trying to overpower his will to throw it in the corner. Sure. Give me just a general. You can do acrobatics, or you can do sleight of hand. Just or just a general dex without disadvantage if you want. Whatever you feel like.
I mean, it's not going to be.
You can just roll a d20 and not have it related to anything.
Like I have a 19 to hit the corner.
Oh
I got a
boy.
nat 1. And a nat 20? Seriously? Why does that keep happening? Cool, guys. I got my hand stabbed by a light dagger.
No, well, you miss it entirely, but you manage to you scuff the floor a bit, and if there's anything in that room that's paying attention, they might suspect that there's an invisible opponent now because of that natural one.
That's on my feet.
All right, the room lights up. What does Rim see? Blanford, are you peeking into the room? Are you also looking?
I'm peeking into the room, kind of like
Okay.
doing those peek around the corner. I'm not here. You don't see me type things.
Sure.
Really
I don't know about the
inspired-
we don't see you type thing, but I do know
Yeah,
that you can roll
maybe.
perception. I don't need
It's
anything
fine,
more
maybe.
from May because I know her general rolls and I know her passives as well. So Blanford, if you could just roll me perception, I'll see if you know anything more than the general
Oh, that's
information
a number.
that I'm gonna give. Okay.
Why can't I roll that for survival?
So the light hits the room, right? and May is fixated on these three guys on the thrones. They are definitely members of the Gloom Ilk, human. They look pale. They look like they may be a little sickly, and you're not sure what's gone on with them. They aren't necessarily unconscious. They're just like a kind of, just kind of chilling. And one of them does like see you, and doesn't see you because you're invisible. You're right, can't see you.
The light.
They realize that there's light in the room, and they're just kind of blinking and looking at the dagger, I should say. Then as Blanford peeks in, he also sees this, but with the roll of, I had a high DC on this, but you are the first person to do what some people don't do, is look up in a 20-foot high room, and you see something that just really freaks you out. Give me a sec to drop some little token dealies. Oops, I didn't mean to put this one down here. So you notice up on the ceiling, where the ceiling meets the wall, there are two figures kind of plastered against the wall back there. They have tattered clothing. They have deep red eyes. They have long fingers and nails. And you notice they bear fangs as they are aware and watching where May have been and where the light is. And one of them is sniffing and slowly craning its head. You notice one of them is male, one of them is female, as one of them turns and looks at Blanford. You guys have maybe a few seconds to decide what you're going to do here. May is unaware of these two creatures. Blanford knows. What would you like to do, Blanford, with this information to the party?
Okay. I'm going to begin by casting a new spell.
Okay. So you're gonna step into you see them and you're just gonna step into the room and take command. All right, I love it. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to cast. Please work. This. This could go. No, this
Seduce
is
monster.
Whoa! This is the wrong spell. That's the wrong spell. I'm going to cast Bane.
You're gonna cast Bane on these two individuals. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
better. That's better.
I will grab their stat sheet here.
Yeah, that is a better choice than what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
Enemies abound.
Oh, right. I do remember you taking that. It's an interesting one.
Not for this though.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that was really cool, but that's very much the wrong choice.
Okay, so you cast Bane on these two figures. What do they need now? Your DC must be higher, right?
Hold on. Bane. Charisma 14 save.
Charisma 14, sure. First one. Second one. They both fail and are affected by the Bane spell.
And there's a third I get to target.
Sure,
So
yes,
I'm gonna
sorry. You can target one of the
the humans.
Sure,
I don't
definitely.
know if they're
The one
friendly or-
closest to them. Yeah, he fails as well, actually.
I don't know if they're friendly or not. So I was.
Yeah, we don't know. I was just for some reason I didn't think you had the range for it, but yeah, you totally do. I don't even think there's like a cone or a circle. I think you just pick people you can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me 1 second to write them down.
I mean, I have had the idea of just casting Thunder Wave at 3rd level at them, but I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
Okay, you cast Bane, and we are going to. You can have about 5 to 10 feet of movement, just you, Blanford, or do you want to stay where you are?
I will get.
And everyone else can roll initiative. Or everyone can roll initiative. Let's just start rolling.
I get to where Mai is, or close to Mai, in order to open up the.
Oh damn! That's not good for you guys.
I'm gonna open up the corridor.
Okay.
Oh no! That'll do. That's a number.
Oh boy, you gotta stop being exhausted. Holy crap.
I know.
You chose this. You were like, Rim needs to be level 2 this fight. Do you want to roll for Rim?
Yeah, I'm rolling right now.
Okay, so we got Fjorn,
Oh,
Horus,
sort
Rim,
He's rolling 19 and then something super low.
Blanford. Okay, yes, you have definitely baned these creatures. They do not seem pleased with it in any regard. They're only really fully aware of Blanford, which could be terrible because they rolled really well on initiative and they're going to be going first.
Oh no.
Jeez, I'm trying to decide what do they do other than just both dive right at Blanford because, like, I don't really want to kill Blanford immediately. At least let him
Is this
live
going
for
to be
one
another
turn.
tag fight?
So
Same outcome?
what I'm gonna they're gonna look at each other for a second. They're gonna give each other a look that they kind of tell each other something, and then the female one is gonna dive from the ceiling right at Blanford, and the male one, the one that's slightly further back, is gonna go where it thinks there's an invisible person of some sort, and attempt to suss out the situation. So if you can roll stealth for me once more. Just because of that nat
Arg.
1,
Arg.
we're going to just decide if he's able to...
Oh, 16.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see let's see how this I didn't say what the creature was called. Actually, yeah, you beat its perception even though it has really good perception. Yeah, it's swinging around at the air, and you're like about like 5 feet away from it, and it's just guessing the wrong spot, and you just watch it kind of waste its turn, attempting to find which it fails to do. 18. Oh, for the initiative, no problem. They rolled a 23, so. We gotta give I'm gonna build the custom item for you. I can't remember if I did. Actually, did I do it yet? No, I don't think I
You
did.
should be able to just add it to your bonus, like custom.
Yeah, there's an item called the Lucky Stone, and if you just attune to that, it'll give all your stats +1. And then you can just custom say that it's, I'll make it after this, and you can just add it to your inventory and attune to it properly. Okay. So the second one of these creatures that jumps at Blanford will start by it's gonna roll to hit you. It's gonna roll. Ooh, not too much.
And Bane, remember?
Oh yeah, right. Well, it does it. I'll roll the Bane anyways. Yeah, a 9 to hit. Yeah, that's not gonna hit you. As it swipes at you. There should have actually technically been Bane on their perception as well. So, if he had discovered May, you should have been like, "Oh, did you remember the Bane?"
I didn't realize that.
But you didn't see me.
Attack, roll, or saving throw.
Oh, it's just attacks or saving throws for Bane? Oh, okay. Sorry. Good to know. Okay. Okay. So it tried to claw at you, and it's going to try to do it a second time. Because it's got 2 hands. That is, we'll do the Bane. 14 with the Bane. Does that hit you?
And that hits.
That hits you? Okay. Instead of dealing damage, which it totally can do, it's actually going to grapple you.
Okay.
So it dived down and it swiped at you once and you stepped out of the way, but it took advantage of your misstep and it grappled onto you and it's holding you. Probably should have attacked, honestly, if I was playing them properly, because then it could have potentially knocked your concentration out of the Bane, but that's not how these creatures think. They think about grappling and trying to kill you. So it's now holding on to you. You guys are kind of fighting in the same space.
Good to know.
And it's holding on to you, and on your turn, you could potentially try to escape instead of, attacking or whatnot. I'm actually very surprised that nothing happened to you guys with that first round. They hopefully will smarten up moving forward. Fjorn, it is your turn.
But I guess I'll move up and try to attack the one that's on him.
Sure, yeah. The grapple
The
one.
rage.
Rah! You bulk up as you always do. And you go swinging out with a -2. But you do have 2 attacks. Are you reckless?
I think I'm saving that for right now.
Okay. First attack, clear miss.
Oh God.
Foom, foom. Yep. But you got 2 attacks now. Ooh. A 10 -2 and 8. Yeah, that's not going to hit. Oh, man. That -2, not really making a big deal here because you just rolled really low. Yeah, you swing wildly at this thing now with full vision, capable of seeing thanks to the dagger of light. But just nothing connects. I guess you instinctively were trying not to hit Blanford. You kind of blame Blanford a little, actually. You don't blame yourself for these misses. You're like, Blanford, stand still! Yeah, that's it for your turn. We're up to Oris. What would you like to do?
Yeah, trying to think. I should have been thinking about this before. Because I'm looking at Stunning Strike, and it has to be a melee weapon attack, which means I guess I can't do an unarmed strike.
Yeah,
Or
you
it's not
can.
a weapon?
Unarmed strikes count as a weapon attack.
Oh, okay. Well,
For
then
You can 100% stunning strike with a fist. Like, that's
Okay.
how monks work. I don't care what the rules say. Like, if it's worded differently for some stupid reason, they messed up. Like, I just don't understand the rules because you 100% can stunning strike with a punch.
Yeah.
cool. That's kind of what I thought, but then I read weapon, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Over to
so-
Spock.
Okay, so I'm going to keep the bow on my back, and I'm actually going to run in. You know what? Actually, I'll do a bow shot first to the one that's. Okay, I'll move first, so I have a clear shot. I can move to here. That should be fine.
Yeah.
I have 40
fine.
feet, so.
That's fine.
And then I'll shoot at this one with my bow.
Okay. A 24, yes. A 24 will hit. 12 points of damage. But you didn't do the Kensai shot because you're going to throw some... After reading Kensai shot, you actually have to do it before. I didn't realize that. You're supposed to do it before you shoot your bow, and then all your attacks will have that bonus to it.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's cool.
So, like, yeah, because you have 2 attacks now, right? So you have a second bow attack. If you want to do Kensai shot, I'll still let you do it because we're just discussing it now. But it will be to both these attacks, which is pretty awesome, actually.
Well, not if I go in for a physical next. So
Yeah, so if that's what you're planning to do, then no Kensai. So just 12 points of damage to the one that is grappling.
Well, I can still do Kensei shot, right?
I'm sorry?
I can still do Kensei shot. Stunning strike is not a bonus action. It's listed under other.
Was I saying Stunning Strike? I thought I was saying Kensai shot the whole time. You're
I can
talking
do
about... You're asking if you're doing Stunning Strike with the bow?
No. I can do Kensei shot with the bow shot. That's my bonus action and my first attack action. And I have a second attack action, so I can move back in and do another unarmed strike after the bow attack.
Okay, my understanding of extra attack is that you attack multiple times immediately. I'm not sure if you can... I actually don't know. So if you can move around between them and mix up what those attacks are...
I think you can mix it up, and also an unarmed strike would be the. Oh, you're using your second attack as an unarmed strike.
It says 2 attacks per action, so
Yeah, so you can split it up. You can split your movement up in between.
Okay. My understanding was if you take the attack action, you do 2 attacks. And you can move before you do your actions, but your action is still... You do your action and then you move. Like, I don't know if you can do half an action and then half an action. Is my understanding of the rules. But it doesn't matter. I don't really care. We can discuss this later. That was my... I'm just saying that's my understanding of it, but I still like what you're doing, so we're going to do it. So you shot your bow. You want to do the D4 Kensai, which is totally allowed. And then you're going to move in and do the punch, which is cool. Let's do it. 2 extra damage. Yeah, for
Kensei,
sure.
yeah.
That arrow, it's like in its back. Yeah, and then you move in and you go through and you throw that punch. Go for it. 19 definitely hits. 6 points of bludgeoning. And then you're going to spend a key point. What does it need?
Stunning Strike is a con save, DC 14. Plus a Bane should decrease that by 2, whatever they roll.
Yeah, saves, right? Okay, yeah, it fails. So you are no longer grappled, and it is stunned. And it's just kind of like there, standing there. I have to give it a spot on the map then, if it's not grappling anymore. I think technically I have to give it a spot anyways, but I like the idea of it grappling on the same square thematically.
It's stunned until the end of my next turn, which means Fiorin at the top of the order will get another swing in.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. It's the end of your turn?
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So he's even stunned for me next time.
Sounds good. Stun lock forever. Good thing there's 2 of them. Yes, next up in the order is Rim.
Cool. So I guess he can't. Can he? He can't shoot this guy because he's over here.
He might have to get a bit closer. Yeah.
From there? Can you shoot him from there?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Rim. His hand's shaking a little bit. Maybe he runs up, pulls his short bow out.
I forget if stun.
No.
I have to look
I
up the
forget what
status.
this thing is. Oh yeah, I guess if it's stunned, he has advantage.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I just wanted to double check that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like that's the case, which is just gonna make this like very quick.
Hopefully, he kills it.
Stunned. A stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, can't speak, only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dex. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Yeah, this thing is basically just completely worthless right now, and you guys can just pound the crap out of it. So yeah, go for it. Arrows. What?
That's not right. I typed it wrong, but a 19.
Yeah, I'll take the 19 anyways. And yes, that hits. You can roll damage.
Awesome. Let me, what's the damage? Oh, right. He has a little teeny bit of sneak attack, so...
No, that's cool.
It's not that much. It's 1d6 right now, but... Oh, cool. He rolled 6 damage.
That's with the sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it, guys!
Yeah, I mean, it's got 2 arrows in it now. It tries to scream, but it can't, because it's stunned. Yeah, I'm guessing that's it for Rim. We got May. It's your turn. Invisible. If you didn't have advantage, you got advantage.
Okay. I mean, I guess... Maybe I should use advantage on the other one, because it's kind of useless to use it on this one.
At this point, you do notice that the 3 in the chairs are, like, wide awake, staring at you guys now, wondering what's going on.
Yeah,
One of them's even, like, pulling at its restraints, trying to get out.
Oh, I forgot about that. So do I, without any checks, can I tell if these things are undead or not?
The vampire? Or... the creatures that you're fighting?
The creature that we're fighting, yeah.
Sure, go ahead and roll whatever you think's appropriate. Arcana if you want.
Like Arcana or something. Okay, cool. Let me roll with disadvantage again.
Oh, yeah, they have resistance to non-magical, so...
I got a nat 1, so I don't know.
Oh, you're not sure? Yeah, they don't smell undead, so you're not sure. Yeah, I just realized that Rim's damage was halved. I just have to give them a couple of points back.
Oh, great.
But not Oris's, because... Wait, are your fists magical yet, Oris?
No,
No,
it's like
that's-
6 or 7, yeah.
Oh, okay, so then the bludgeoning from that is halved as well. Okay.
Oh, so I didn't do
Alright,
20.
well, I'm gonna cast, Chill Touch on this one. The one that's not unconscious yet. Whoa, what the heck is that?
Yeah, what is that? The other creature. Okay.
The attack I plan on doing my next turn.
Is it a
Yeah, your
damage
turn is
attack?
almost up, so yeah, that makes sense. All right, so May does chill touch on the healthy creature that was trying to find her. You have advantage. Go for it.
By the way, when you say halved as well, what else was halved?
Rims damage.
Okay, I was gonna say because my bow is magic.
Your bow is magical. The Kensai shot and the 12 piercing definitely went through, and it's done substantially more damage than the flurry of other attacks.
23.
23 to hit? Yeah, definitely. You zap,
that
zippity zap this guy. Or no, sorry, you're not doing shock and grasp. You're doing, what was it?
It is chill touch. So
Chill
necrotic
touch.
damage is
Oh, you're trying to do necrotic damage to this guy.
Yeah, well, because if it's undead, it will be it can't it has disadvantage on attacks against me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, good to know.
Not that I'm sure it's undead or not, but this will hopefully tell me.
Yeah, 7 points of damage as you. The chill touch. It's not a touch, right? A claw, like a skeletal hand comes out and attacks him.
Yeah, it's like this skeletal hand that like clings. Here I can just
Yeah,
show it.
I just remember chill touch. It's neither it's not cold damage or a touch spell, which I think is funny. But you do some damage.
That.
Do.
Do.
Oh god.
Chill touch. Oh, and you did 2d8. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Because you guys are level 5 now. All your cantrips are stronger.
What?
And it can't regenerate hit points until the start of its next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. If it hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage against attack rolls on you. Okay, so this hand is grabbed onto this thing. You feel like the damage from the necrotic damage didn't hurt it as much as you were hoping, but the rest of the effects are quite efficient, so that's good.
It's a good one.
Blanford, or unless you're doing anything else.
I'll just tell it to. I guess I appear after that, and then I say, excuse me, I just say, suck it, you monster.
Excellent.
Brave words of a brave adventurer.
Okay, so Blanford is dropping a cube spell. What spell is it?
Thunderwave at 3rd level.
Right. I forgot that you said you were going to do that. Okay. So these guys are going to get smashed.
If you can just move out of the way, I can do that too.
23
Nice.
damage? Okay. And they need a con of 14 to
Oh,
avoid
shit.
taking the full damage. But, no, sorry. The one that's stunned can still roll because it was Dex and Strength saves that automatically misses. But it does have Bane, so we will do the one that's stunned. It rolled a nat 20, so it's going to be taking half damage. And the one that just got chill touched, it rolled a 20 con. I guess I could Bane it. Yeah, it's still an 18. That's going to survive. That's going to take half damage. The two guys in the chair that you clobbered, both fail and take full damage and are thrown. Does it do damage to... I forget how the spell works. Does it do damage to objects? Or push them?
Pushes everything.
I have a feeling that it will break their bonds and they will be outside out of the...
Ooh, nice.
However,
actually, but 23 damage will kill them. So.
however,
Oh no.
some people say that push damage is fall damage against a wall. So, in case you want to call that,
It's okay. 23. Since they failed their rolls, 23 damage will.
They're dead.
Obliterate. Well, it'll unconscious them, I guess. No, they're dead. I'm gonna say they're
if
dead.
they're, I mean, I'll try to save them.
Okay, well, let me do the creatures first, who both made their saves, so they don't get pushed back, and they take 11 points of damage.
Yeah, 12, yeah. 11.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, neither one is looking terribly. Neither one is looking bloodied yet, but they are taking damage. The one is still stunned until the end of Oris's turn, and then he's probably just going to stun him again. But yeah, the two members of the they get obliterated. The third one is like eyes open, like whoa, and you actually notice the one that was in the middle when he dies, his hand, he drops something from his hand. You're not quite sure, but you hear it hit the floor with like a metallic tink sound. So if someone has time, they could potentially go over there and investigate
Oh,
that.
guys, that wasn't no wooden tank. That was a metallic one.
Oh yes, it was a metallic tink.
It's not a great axe by
Yeah.
any chance.
That's what I said.
Whatever was in its hand was in a clenched fist, like was unseeable in a clenched fist. It's smaller than a fist.
So I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Is that
It's a ring of summon great axe.
you guys really
It's
want
a-
to?
Thing that summons a
It's a
great
ring. It's a ring of goodberry.
Can you? So you're done. That's your turn. All right. It's their turns now. The one with the chill touch is gonna still get a turn. The one without the chill touch with the arrows, it still had Oris's arrow in its back, but you notice the arrow dislodge, and where the hole was, the wound starts to heal back. You're unsure how much, but some of its hit points were recovered. But not the one with the chill touch, because it specifically says they can't regain hit points. But the one with the chill touch does get a turn now and has to decide which of the devastating enemies that all attacked. It really doesn't care about Fjorn, but the others all look quite dangerous. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3 roll on you guys. So 1, 2, 3. Oris is the target. As it jumps over to you and decides to start trying to fight Oris.
It's
Do
an
you-
attack of opportunity.
Wait, yeah, don't I get
An attack of opportunity? Yeah, sure.
You just ran away from me. So.
You have a dagger, right?
A hand
Yeah, because I have a dagger in my hand. Can I use a cantrip or
If you have Warcaster.
Okay.
no? But doesn't cantrips are fine? Warcaster just lets you do a spell or something, right?
No. Any spell at all is Warcaster is needed.
I don't know.
That's why I took it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a sword too.
Yeah,
so I'll
mages
just
aren't
go.
so good at martial combat. Like, opportunities to attack from them, not so great. A 3
Oh well,
or a
I have
6.
more than a +5, but I mean +3. But I don't think that
Even as
matters.
like a 10 or a 15. Well, maybe a 15 would hit. Who knows? Either way,
No,
you swing your
I don't
dagger.
know.
It just kind of doesn't do anything to this creature as it moves like unnaturally quickly up to Oris, who, you know, I think he's still got his agile
Guys,
parry,
it's
so he's
cursed.
still going
It's
to
not
be...
because I missed. It's a cursed dagger.
It's true, it is a cursed dagger. It's going to take,
How long does Bane last?
like a minute or 10 minutes or something?
Okay, so it's still in
Ah,
effect.
it's a
Like a long time, right?
Until
It's a
he gets loses concentration.
minute.
Yeah, really, like if I was adversarial against you guys, if this was PvP, I would purposely be attacking Blanford. He is
I mean, depends
by
how
far
smart they are.
dropping Bane is the biggest, most important thing for these guys, but they're not aware of that. They're just going after who they think is most threatening. And to be fair, Oris did. I mean, I rolled for it, but the flavor-wise, you did stun one of them and completely incapacitate this other creature. So
I have other spells that can wreck them also. Don't worry.
oh yeah, I mean, you guys are level 5 now, so like, do your dirty. Okay, so it's gonna attack with its claw first, and I'll just roll Bane at the same time because I'm remembering. Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, I'm not even gonna tell you what that number is because it definitely didn't hit you.
Because that was a natural 1 minus 4.
It was like a 10 minus 3 or something. It was bad. Like after I added it wasn't good. And then it's gonna try to bite you actually. Oh my goodness. Yeah, completely misses as well with the Bane. The -4 and the bad roll just does nothing. This is gonna be a really boring fight for you guys because they're not gonna do a whole lot. Yeah.
Oh, it's not boring. If we win, it's never boring.
Yeah, it tries to slash at you, and you definitely get out of the way, and then tries to bite at you, and your agile parry, I'm assuming, is up because you shot with your bow. So, yeah, easy peasy. You have tons of AC. You were able to definitely maneuver out of the way. And if anything, you feel like a complete badass. Fjorn, it is your turn. Do us proud.
All right. So I'm going to move, and I guess will that one get an opportunity attack?
The stunned one will not.
Right past me.
Okay. I'm going to target the one above Oris with the
Oh.
javelin.
Oh, I see what you've done. I see what you've done there. All right, excellent. Yeah, go for it. So you roll the lightning damage. Let's do roll the lightning damage and then roll to hit on the one in the back.
It's a tic-tac-toe, motherfucker.
And then it has to do a dex save. Oh, but it automatically fails dex saves because it is stunned.
So you want me to go ahead and roll the lightning damage?
Yeah, roll the lightning damage and then roll to hit. Okay, 16 damage to the stunned one. It cannot get out of the way. It has to take the full brunt of it because it's stunned. And it is still not looking bloodied, though. It did take quite a bit of damage. And then
rolls a crit.
the crit lightning damage on the one in the back. Woo!
Holy God.
How much damage is that? Is that actually 7 plus 34 damage I'm reading?
Be-
7?
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's the fourth. Yeah, it's the roll.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
34 lightning damage and piercing. Oh, and it's magical, so the piercing damage will do the full effect. Yeah, they totally take all this badassery damage. I don't remember if we did it last time, but I think technically you still get to. Like it's still. Does it count as an attack still? Make a ranged weapon. Yeah, so you should
No, I
still
think
get your.
it's-
You should still get your zealous damage, so you can roll the extra
Isn't
bit.
it like a magic item? Or I don't know.
It's okay. Does it
I think you still get your necrotic
on the... Okay.
on the one that gets hit by that, because it says make a ranged weapon attack against the target.
I think Divine Fury only works on...
Oh, on melee or strength
I think
based?
so.
Okay, sorry, you're right.
I still
George,
get
did
the roll.
you complete?
No, it must work on javelins. We used it with javelins before.
I don't think you did.
You did against the elemental. Is it just? Does it say specifically melee attacks? I thought it was just strength attacks.
Mm,
So, where's it at?
I don't know. I figured it was not melee, but not all barbarian things would focus on melee. Just most of them.
Divine
You're
Fury.
right.
The first creature you hit on each of your turns with a weapon attack, just with a weapon attack, any weapon
Okay.
attack, doesn't even have to be strength based.
Was that first creature? So it's the stunned one?
No, because the
that
stun one
wasn't
just
the
took
weapon
lightning
attack.
damage. It's the
Yes.
weapon attack on the last one. Plus, I didn't even add it, but technically a javelin is still strength, and raging is strength, so you should have added your rage, which is that +3 now? Or still 2?
My rage is still +2 right
Plus
now.
2? Okay, so that's another 2 points of damage, which I'm going to add, and then the Divine Fury kicks in, but we've already learned that it was resistant to necrotic damage from the chill test, so it's only going to take another 3 damage, but this is still all adding up. And it's looking hurt. That male vampire is starting to it's like holding itself together and kind of squatting weird. Oris, your turn.
I get another attack.
Oh, sorry, you do. Yes. My apologies. Well, actually, do you? It's a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak its command word, it transforms into multiple. You know what? Using a magical item, which is what this is, will take your action.
2 attacks per
So do you
action.
get to?
Yes, but you're not attacking. You're activating a magical item, and there's an attack involved in it.
You have some more movement. Could you want to use some more movements?
Yeah. Where do you want him to go?
I would have normally
Oh.
given it to you, but I actually recently talked to Ezekiel about this because I was thinking that I could throw beads of fireball as a bonus action with a thief. But we
Well-
looked it up, and any activating of a magic item requires your full action to do. You technically speak words of magic and do like a little ritual. You probably grabbed the javelin and said, "In Zeus or in your god's name, a bolt upon you," or something, and you threw it, and that takes your full action every time to use.
You have to trace a bunch of lines all over it for a full 6 seconds and then throw it.
Yeah, even using a health potion, since a healing potion is magical. If you want to drink a glass of water, you can do that as a free action. You don't even to use it. You can just like use object, down water. Simple. Takes half a second.
If you want
But to
make
use a
hot cocoa-
potion, you have to like technically you're like saying a magic word or two and like activating the potion before you drink it, and that's why it's a full action. I know I'm being
Yeah, I
kind of
think
a dick about it, but
I think that if you read it, it says at like halfway through it says make a ranged weapon attack, so it's like part of the attack. is
yeah,
making
a
an
ranged
attack.
weapon attack does not mean an attack action. There's a difference between an attack action and an attack. An attack action includes 2 attacks when you have weapon attack, extra weapon attack. But you did not take the attack action. You took the use magic item action.
Dude, imagine if you had like a bunch of these.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or you could
That'd be dope. You could just keep.
yeah, exactly. That's the part that would get busted, right? If you had multiple javelins of lightning and you were capable of throwing multiple, it would be super strong. So that's why there's like this weird limited rule. I'm going to stop talking about it because I feel like every time I talk about it more, I'm just being more and more of a dick.
It's fine.
It's like, I don't need to know the rules, DM. I get it. You've told me I can't do it. God.
So whenever I throw my javelin of lightning, that counts as both of my attacks.
Essentially, yes. If you use a magical item on your turn, in its magical property that you use, it's like casting a spell or something. It's going to take your full action. But if you were to just throw regular javelins or use this javelin only as a magic weapon, then you would get to throw 2 javelins or a javelin plus attack with your... You'd have to one-hand your axe, though, because you'd have a javelin in the other hand. If you were going to try to do like a weird like double thing like Oris did. Anyways, yeah, you can totally move. Go for it.
Okay.
And, I mean, don't be too disappointed. You did do, what was that, like 50 damage plus or something?
That was a lot.
You arguably did more than the Thunder Wave did if you discount the fact it killed 2 people who weren't in combat yet. Rim, it is your turn. There's a dying male creature and a still...
Okay, yeah.
Or, sorry. It's not Rim, it's Oris. My apologies. Fjorn went, now it's Oris's turn, and then when Oris finally finishes his turn, assuming he doesn't stun again, the one vampire will finally be able to defend itself.
Assuming I actually land it. Because he's stunned, but he's in 5-foot range, does that cancel out if I try to use a bow at close range? Because it would be disadvantage plus advantage.
Yeah, it'd be regular.
I think you'd have regular. Well,
Okay, then
I'll just say it's regular. It's possible you might even just get the advantage because I don't think it can get in your way, but the other one is there, so I'm just going to say straight shot.
I'm actually going to use Step of the Wind
For disengage?
as a
Okay.
bonus action first.
Yep.
Yep, and then I'm going to circle around to here. And then I'm going to do the same thing as last time. I'm going to shoot the female one with my bow and then move in another and do another unarmed strike.
Okay. Sounds good. So you have
So
advantage
these
with
ones would be with
both,
advantage.
I guess. Yeah. Go
Yep.
for it. I'm going to have you guys fight stronger stuff, that's for sure.
It's a crit.
It's a crit, so you get your 1 key point back, because the owl bulb still does do that effect. And you dish out, I mean, it's a bad roll on the crit damage,
Yeah,
but
that keeps happening.
13 points of magical piercing damage to the female. 13 points? Yeah, okay. And it's looking now she's looking hurt. And, yeah, you move in for that punch. Go for it. A 24. Yeah, that's going to hit. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
And stunned again.
Yes, we will see what happens. Constitution D... Is it 13 or 14?
14, right? I forgot about that.
14. And the
It's a
Bane... Oh. So I rolled... Okay, 6, 12... A 15. So a 15 will resist.
Save. Right.
And it did roll a 4 on the Bane. I did include
19.
that. And it's still... Luckily, these guys have... they're relatively constitution... Constipated? They're relatively... they have high con. That's what I'm trying to say. As it
Yeah, I was
resists
actually
the
surprised
effect.
it landed the first time.
Well, the Bane, I mean, I didn't think I included it last time, but yeah, Bane is a big deal. All right, so you still did a bunch of damage. These things are starting to look really beat up. You've decided to take them both at once, which is an interesting tactic. We're on Rim now for real.
Okay. I guess the male one. Wait, which one is one of them still stunned? This one?
No, neither are stunned.
Either.
They're both free.
They got free. Yeah.
Okay.
Second female. I almost got it.
They're pretty equally hurt too. It's off by like a point or two, but they're both
Just
very hurt.
shoot at our female vampire thingy.
You're gonna do what?
He's gonna shoot at the female one.
Oh yeah, go for it. I was thinking you were May for a second, and I'm like, no, you're not.
No, sorry, I'm.
Yeah, it's just Rim. It's just Rim shooting a bow. Yeah, 22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage with the sneak attack. Actually, yeah, that's how sneak attack works, because they're near allies.
Yep, still near people. Oh, he rolled the same exact amount of damage, 6. 1 and a 2. Plus
All
3.
right. Well, that was good. That arrow clipping into her. Now they do have the exact same amount of hit points.
Except that's halved, right?
Yeah, that was halved. Rim's not doing a lot, but he shouldn't be. You don't want him to be a threat, because then he'll get attacked. May, it's your turn. Now you can do something serious.
Okay, yeah, she'll go for the female one, I suppose.
Sounds good. The one immediately in front of her. It's growling.
You know, she'll do shock and grasp. Why not?
Okay, shocking grasp. No advantage this time. It's not wearing armor, but a 17 will hit, and 7 lightning damage is solid. I can't resist. It can't stop you from moving away now. No reactions.
Oh yeah, let me. I'll run over here. Thing.
Sure.
Oh, actually, is this guy still bounded?
He is. He's trying. He's like moving. He's like trying to get out of it. He's still bound. He's unable to get out of his chair.
Okay.
He looks concerned.
Will I be able to do anything to help the guys that aren't on the thing anymore? But are they fully dead?
They're laying on the ground. You know what? Roll medical for me.
Oh,
you
great.
have Revivify that I don't know about?
No, more medicine checks. I have disadvantage. Let me see what my medicine is, because I'm not totally. They get +1. Hey, I got a 4.
They look dead to you, both of them.
Okay. Well, I'll say to the other guy. I'll say to him, don't struggle. We'll make sure you don't die. I'm sorry that your friends did. And
you should go with them. He manages to say, and then he struggles to breathe after that.
Wait, what did he say?
You should die with them.
He thinks we should die.
He didn't seem happy.
Okay,
you do pick up the ring, though. You do find the ring down there. It looks magical. Okay, cool. You don't have time to inspect it or attune to it. Whatever it does.
I swallowed it immediately. I'm just kidding. That's it.
You put the ring on and go. Come on already. Put it. Work.
Blanford, your turn.
Giant eye appear when I put the ring on. No.
Okay.
You immediately roll the 2 dice.
I am going to attack with my rapier at advantage.
Because of Fjorn being there?
Correct.
Okay, go for it. Rapier.
Oh.
I'm guessing that was a good roll.
Drink for natural 20.
Why is this the one time I don't see your roll going through?
Because it's with advantage or disadvantage. It doesn't go through for some reason.
Oh, okay.
It's like a screenshot.
So you got the crit. No, that's fine. Go for it. You can roll double the rolls. It's 2d8 plus whatever, right? But it's not magical. So it's going to be a little bit less.
But hold on. I will then use my psychic blade.
Right. And that adds on and will be doubled because it's a crit, right? Is that the idea?
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. So roll me the regular damage first, and then roll me the psychic.
It was 5. It was 5 damage as a crit. Just garbage. But then it's 3d6, which is again
3d. Why 3d6?
because I hit level 5.
Is it always 3d6? Because it should be doubled then as a critical hit, right? How does psychic blades read?
When you join the College of Whispers at 3rd level, you gain the ability to make your weapon attacks magically toxic to the creature's mind. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one of your bardic inspiration to deal.
Yeah, it should be doubled. It's the same wording as smite, right? Divine smite. So yeah, you should be, if it's normally 3d6, you should be rolling 66 with a critical.
Okay, so the first one was 6. The second was 8.
Yeah, 14 psychic damage, which is a crap ton.
Plus, what's your regular damage?
Yeah, I included that. It was 5 damage halved, so two damage of piercing. Sorry, did you already have it?
No. It was garbage 5.
Yeah, okay. So 2 damage of piercing, followed by a 14 damage of psychic damage as the blades just thrash at her mind. And energy is like, she's hobbled, she's like over, like slouched. But it is their turn now. And as we know, at the beginning of their turn...
Hold on, I have a bonus.
Oh, you have a bonus. Keep going. She's still up, though. She has a couple hit points left.
As a bonus action, I'm going to oh boy, I'm going to inspire. Oh, who needs this? I'm going to inspire Fjorn. I think he needs it more because he's more in danger.
Okay, Fjorn has inspiration.
Fjorny, you're in danger. Quickly, punch him down. Fjorny, beat him up, and Fjorny will go to town. Oh, that was awful. I'm so.
Yeah, it was good.
So the vampires, you're now recognizing them as vampires at this point. They recover hit points on the beginnings of their turn, so they both start to regenerate. They still look really beat up. Like the female one especially is looking pretty beat up, but has some extra hit points. You don't know how much they heal by, but you know that it hasn't brought them out
32.
of the bloodied state. That's for sure. Is it 2020 in this world? Yeah, it is. It's 2020 in Elven years, though. Okay, so they finally both get like an appropriate turn to hopefully like actually hurt you guys in any way. They've yet to even scratch you guys.
I'm guessing I'm gonna get one shot here.
Well, I mean, they have Bane on themselves still, so they can't do a whole lot with it.
True.
The male one is going to go first, and it's going to... Oh, man, it doesn't even matter. So, actually, the female one is going to disengage from you guys. Sorry, one sec. Female one, and it's going to run over... It's going to dash across the room to the guy sitting in the throne. And he's going to look up at the vampire, and she's going to look down at him, and he's going to bare his neck for her, and she's going to chomp down and drain him. He cries out, and when she's done...
Wait.
Sorry?
Did he run past me?
It disengaged first, and then performed this willing giving of its life to the vampire.
Damn, these things are all roguey.
And it regains a bunch of life. And the fellow collapses into unconsciousness from blood loss.
So those were Renfields.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
What?
She still looks pretty bad, though, even with the healing. She didn't just go back to full health. She only gained basically as much health as the dude had to give. And it's still leaving her at the bloodied state of half health. But the male vampire will decide to do something, and he's actually going to turn to Fjorn, who just hit him with the biggest lightning strike that he's ever felt in his undeath. And he's going to attempt to attack our dear friend here. First with a claw attack. But with Bane, so I'll include that. Let's see what it can do. Oh, no. Oh, no. 12? Does a 12 hit you, Fjorn?
No.
Does not. And then it's going to follow up with a bite. Oh, sorry, no, it can't. It has to go with a claw again. It had to have grappled you already to do the bite. So it's going to try to swipe at you again! And it rolls a nat 1. Wow, this is going to... These vampires suck. DM has to, like, cheat to get them to do anything. Okay, yeah, that's their turn.
Minus D4 for the Bane.
Yes. Hit.
But I say...
It's doing a whole lot of nothing as it just stands there. It almost looks humorous as Fjorn sidesteps it and doesn't even really care. This is supposed to be the toughest fight you guys faced, and it is so far not looking like it. Fjorn, it is your turn.
Alright, so how do I use the inspiration again?
So you can attack, and if you feel like that attack didn't hit before I say it did or not, you can add the D... Is it D8 now?
Just a moment.
Well, either way, you can roll to attack first, and then...
Sorry, I have to find it again.
That's okay.
I'm going to reckless attack on the male.
Okay.
It's D8.
A D8. So you can add D8 if you feel like you've missed. A 24 looks great. Let's see if you crit, though, with that advantage.
That's a 22, right?
22.
Or is
Yeah.
it range
Yeah, you're
cancel
right.
out
It's a
or
22,
something?
but still. Let's see if there's a crit. All right, so we'll take the 22. The slashing will be 8 plus 2 minus 2, and then halved. Which kind of, again, I know you're dying. You're like, give me the damn magical axe already. But you do get to drop some necrotic on top of that.
Roll.
Second attack, though, you might want to use.
Yeah, he will after he rolls the
Some
necrotic.
raise through.
That's okay. Just start rolling the second. Okay, 5 points of Divine Fury. But you've chosen necrotic damage, so it only takes half. That's fine. And then you get your second swing of the game. You come in, you...
I guess
Alright,
I will
advantage.
use this book.
Well, you got advantage. So, check your advantage first before you take your 13. Oh, okay. So you have a 13. Inspiration is a D8. Slash. A 2. A 15 is just what you needed. So you've overcome the negative to your weapon. And you get in for 4 plus 2 minus 2 halved. And you get to throw your necrotic on top of that.
I'll use that once.
Oh, right. You can only do it one time. Okay. Still, choppy chop as you Ginsu this guy. Yeah, you can see, like, he's cut and he's bleeding his, like, vampire blood and coagulates along his body. He stares at you with those beady red eyes. I will kill you. Oris, it's your turn, my friend. I noticed you say 3 out of... Oh, because you step of the wind and stunning. Yeah, that's right. I remember now.
And I got one back, so yeah, it
Yes.
was only a negative 1 on the round.
For
it was
sure.
minus 2 plus 1.
Very good.
I guess I have to declare Kensei shot. Do I just roll the D4 first and it gets added to every attack?
Yes. No.
Or is it per attack?
Every attack, you get to add a D4 to it.
Okay, so I'm just going to do 2 longbow shots on the male one.
Awesome. Sounds
Trying to
good.
kill it. So, can I? Oh, there's no flanking. There's no chance. It's up against the wall here, I guess, facing Fjorn.
You can't flank with long range.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
14 is good. Or 24, I should say, is definitely good. You can go roll the Kensei shot, and then you can roll to hit with the second shot. 21 is good. Kensei? Okay, 14, 16,
23.
23 damage. those shots, it goes into its chest and the arrows. It's bleeding and it's like got one arm on the ground as it's trying not to collapse. It's got a couple hit points left. It's not dead. But you did a ton of damage to that guy.
How much did it get back? It was just like almost dead before, and Fjorn hit it.
No, the female one was almost dead. The male
Oh.
one had reasonable hit points.
Oh, okay.
Like they were both in bloodied state, and then you
I believe
took
you.
the, then you guys took the
I'm-
female one down to like 6 hit points. Then they recovered some on their turn, and then she went and drained from the fella who's now unconscious. And since you killed the other two, they can't do that anymore. Their blood bags are gone. So you have basically on death's door male, and the female is on the cusp of bloodied.
Yep. I'm.
That's
I mean,
it?
that's all that's my turn.
Okay.
And I believe you. I'm just like surprised.
Yeah, you know, they have yet to hit any of you at all. You have not taken any damage. We're just seeing how long it takes you to kill these things at this point. Rim, your turn.
Oof. Okay. He will
Run and hide?
shoot this one again.
Yeah, go for it.
Stay in his little corner. Well, actually, well, no. Maybe he should go for this one because there's nobody next to this one. He'll step in for the first time and shoot the male one.
Okay. 22 definitely hits.
Oh, more
9
damage
points
this
of
time.
damage.
There we
Okay,
go.
so total of 4. It's got a third arrow in it now. This one kind of got it kind of in the neck a bit. And it's looking like the bleeding is really starting to take its toll on this creature. It is not dead, though. May, your turn.
Okay, I will go and
I can't believe they've not hit you guys, period. It's really been embarrassing.
I'm going to wreck them next turn.
I mean,
actually, never mind. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just gonna cast magic missile in the game now.
yeah, go for it. All, is it 4 shot? Or I guess it's whatever level you cast it at, right?
I'm just gonna do regular, just
So
3.
3. Fum, fum, fum. The blast,
Oh,
pummel it.
come on, that sucks. 8 damage.
Yeah, that's the right math. She kind of backs into the corner, and she's like, she's visibly scared now. They are looking worried at this point because they expected to. This trap was supposed to work on you guys, and it has not. So they're very concerned for their lives at this point. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all. She does that, and she just doesn't say anything, but she looks pretty proud of herself and her allies for scaring these terrifying beasts.
Blanford.
I'm going to. So I think Bane is running its course. At this
How long
point,
does it
right?
last?
10 rounds.
10 rounds? We're going to be going into round 4, so you have plenty of Bane left.
Yeah, here.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, the rounds are
So-
taking a while because we've got extra attacks and we've got a 5th character, but it hasn't been that many. I've been keeping track of how many times I've fricked up and not done anything.
Okay. That changes things. I had a plan that would have. Okay. Who has more health? Guy or the girl? Girl power or guy power?
The male looks very, very hurt. The female has just drained someone and recovered a bunch of her stamina.
Okay. I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on Guy Pyre.
You could go for it. How does it work?
Oh.
He needs a wisdom
Yes. It is a
with Bane. Ooh, a 17 even with the Bane. Does it take half?
yeah, it takes half damage
Well, then I don't know why I rolled.
on a failed save. It takes half damage and does not move away.
Okay, but that's still by far enough to kill it, even the half damage. As your blades
Figure that.
cut through his very soul and its and kind of Terminator style, the red eyes dim, and it just crumples to the ground as a heap of undead flesh.
And then I'm going to move.
You hear the female cry out, "No!" in my best female impersonation.
I'm going to move right up into the female space.
Female impression.
Yeah.
Move right up into female space.
The best woman vampire impression I got.
Move right into her space.
Okay, male's down. I'm gonna take him out. It's the vampire's turn. She just completely worn by the fact that the male dies and she's upset. She recovers her beginning of the turn hit points and actually is now no longer in the bloodied state. She's gone past that half hit point barrier. So she's actually looking fresh again. Even though not full hit points fresh, but somewhere between 50% and 100% health as she recovers. And I'm having trouble keeping track of all the injuries she had, but you watched as they close up, or if she had an arrow stuck in her, it falls out. Tink, tink. She takes her turn. Who did the killing? I guess you just did, Blanford. So I guess you've... I'm going to roll to see... She's very likely... Yeah, she's going to attack you. Claw attack on Blanfy. With the... Oh, god damn. Even without the Bane. Okay, it was 11. Does an 11 hit you?
Nope.
Claw number 2. A nat 20, baby. The first hit, finally. Now, the thing is, with their claw attack, when it hits, they can grapple instead. But I gotta do some damage, so let's actually dish the damage out. The claw actually doesn't do that much. They're supposed to grapple and bite you, but since she's gonna be dead in a sec, she will turn that crit into some actual damage. Let's see what she can do with that. Man. 11 points of slashing damage. as her 2d4 gets doubled to 4d4. Comes in and gets you. Finally some actual damage on one of you guys. As you take that 11 points of slashing damage, and she cowers back into the corner, ready for the onslaught from the rest of you. Fjorn, you're up.
I'll move up.
If you want, you can pick up your spear as well.
Alright.
Or your javelin, I should say. Yeah,
Reckless
go for
attack.
it. Awesome. Crit? Let's see. Got a crit on that up your sleeve? Nope, but that definitely hits. 12 points, 12 points plus minus halved. 6. She's now in the bloodied state, and the necrotic will bring her down even further. And yeah, go ahead. You swing in, you cut, you get your blade in, you pull it back out with reckless fury, and you get ready to swing again. Oh man, that's probably a ton of damage. You got a crit on that second roll?
It's 19.
Oh, okay. Well, that definitely hits still. 13. Yeah, that's still a lot of damage. Like, I don't know why. Like, collectively, you're still doing a ton of damage every time you get your hits in. Man, yeah. Chop, chop. She's bleeding. She's scarred. Trying to hold it together. Or it's your turn.
I'm assuming I can bow from up here.
You can.
Okay. Bow twice with Kensu's shots.
Sounds good. 14 will just miss, my friend. The first miss I think you've had. A 22 will definitely hit, though. 7 points of piercing damage magically.
Stupid.
And the extra Kensu.
D4.
It's always a 2 with your Kensu
Yeah,
shot.
stupid D4. Let's go.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
It's not bad. She cries out as the arrow enters her abdomen. Rim, I guess you can be part of this, like, just like beatdown.
Yeah, he'll fire off a shot.
$18 hits, sneak attack, so that's 8 damage total?
Yes, 8 damage.
Have 4, still good. And hits like almost in the same spot as that other arrow. She's got 2 stuck in her, almost like Robin Hood style. May.
Excuse me, goodness. Is she pretty much dead?
She's very hurt.
Not sure how high of a level I should cast this at. I'm gonna just do regular magic missile, first level.
Okay. Thump, thump, thump. As the blast slam into her body and do 11 points of damage. Man, that's a lot of damage.
Not this.
Oh, she hits the back of the wall. She slides down. She still has a hit point or 2 left in her. We might need Blanford to finish this one off.
I use vicious mockery and say, you know, the reason that you don't keep mirrors in here is because you are just as ugly as you believe you are, and you can't bear to look at yourself.
What's the roll?
It's a wisdom
Doesn't matter.
save.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 3. Go for it. 5 points of sight. That's enough.
Nice.
As you epically insult this vampire, cripple it into the corner. Done. Finished. Dead.
Zosimus, it is you. Still insulting people to death.
Okay, that was a long fight. Do you guys want that bathroom or that? We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break from the stream. For anyone watching, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that works.
Time. Yeah, we got time still. We'll still be able to polish up the rest of this session with some good rewards and whatnot, and a little bit of activity, RP, that kind of stuff. Still a bit of time left, so come back in 5 minutes. I will be here.
So that's how you figured it out, was me insulting someone to death. Hello? Hello? So while we're here away from,
Welcome back. Actually, I'm the one back, so hello, I'm back.
hello?
How is everyone doing after they manhandled a bunch of... It's supposed to be a difficult combat. I plugged into the calculator on D&D Beyond. It's like, this is dangerous. It could kill your party. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then you guys are like, nah. That Bane. did a number on them. I can't tell you the number of hits that they just completely whiffed on because of that. And you guys were dropping things that they had to make saves on left, right, and center. Bane plus Stunning Strike? Let me just remember that combo exists.
Well, the other thing is, this. I think that all of us took geometry courses.
Yeah, that helps. That helps a little bit. It just means It just means I have to throw more things at you guys, and don't worry. We'll
That very careful. I was trying to get all of them, and because I was like,
You did show up during a break, Lucy.
what a Renfield is, right?
A Renfield?
Renfield is the idiot who is the Dracula cultist.
Oh yeah, I
The
remember him.
person who, yeah, he's like, who's so enthralled with Dracula that he actually thinks that that he just willingly gives up his blood for Dracula. It's not even like Dracula has to seduce him. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
hey.
Well, you kind of get the impression that the Gloom Ilk has some like dark dealings, and it's possible that this was part of the situation. Either way, you guys did successfully defeat the vampires. They are again dead. What would you guys like to do?
Make sure I got my javelin.
Well,
Pick it up.
Yeah, definitely. You picked it up. I think I mentioned it. I said spear by accident, but you could have picked it up before you moved.
I'd like to pick up my knife.
Yeah, your light knife. Yeah. I thought, I was like, okay, you guys have a broken axe. You guys, got some people who are exhausted. You're going to fight these vampires. I'm going to give them extra bodies that they can drain to heal back up again. It's going to be a tough fight. And then
Well,
you
it
guys
could
were
have
just
been.
like, no, it's not tough at all.
If you'd have rolled like normal.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe if I roll. They grab onto you and then they start draining your blood, and then like the Sturge from the other time, except they heal like a lot of hit points very quickly. So then and then on top of that, they're regenerating. They also take away your hit point maximum as they attack you. Yeah, there was just a ton of stuff that they did not get a chance to do. But keep in mind, actually, as you inspect them a little further, these are not full-fledged vampires. These are known as vampire spawn. They are like weak baby vampires. Real vampires, on the other hand, would have
wrecked us.
They would have been it would have been scary as hell. You also so you've collected the ring, which was your reward from this fight. And you're free to do as you please.
Wishing.
Yeah, can I, whatchamacallit? Arcana check on it or something?
Oh,
Yeah, sure. Go for it. You can also add it at a rest at a later time. Just identify it.
Yeah, I want to just check it, because
Sure.
the last thing I attuned to or touched or whatever, it's on my hand.
You just want to make sure it's not cursed before you carry it with you in your bag. Sure, yeah, do an Arcana. That's good enough.
I have advantage because I'm assistant.
No, I have disadvantage, so I just had regular. Could you help me? Thank you.
So after admiring the ring for a little bit, you have a feeling it is a ring of protection.
Oh, slick.
Which is, for anybody who uses it, you can give it to anyone in the party. It's +1 AC and +1 to all their saving throws.
Oh, nice. Even better.
So, if you want to make your tank tankier or shore up your weaknesses, it's up to you as a party to decide who wants to wield that ring.
Or we could make a trade. Because I have the
We have a
coin.
tank?
The barbarian?
Okay.
I mean, that's up to you. I mean, May has her shield as well. I mean, I
I
don't know.
mean,
Whoever has this ring should probably be the first one to be entering rooms. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so how about this? I can trade. Who has the lowest AC anyway? I think I do.
Blanford, I would say.
Oh, Blanford.
I mean, I can get mine up to 16 with mage armor, and then Rim has a 14.
Mine's 15.
Why don't we make Oris's even higher?
You could. Well, that's the thing. That's the great thing about an item like this is you can
What's yours, Oris?
stack or you can spread it around. It's a nice
16 plus 2 if I use Agile Parry. If I respec, it'll be 19. 17 plus 2.
which is probably going
So
to happen.
it would be 20 with Agile Parry if I do that. And
When
have
you
the ring.
disappear for an episode, that'll probably be what we flavor. All right, what do you guys want to do?
Is there anything else in the room we want to check it out?
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
roll some more, but I mean, you've done a lot of perceptions. The ring was the one
Can we
thing
just
that you.
See if they have anything on them, or do they like
Sure,
crumble
yeah,
or
you
something?
can search them some more. You search
Yeah,
them for the most part.
Let's sift through the ashes or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I guess I could say the vampires die and become ashes. I'm actually gonna go to say that they remain as corpses unless they die one of their weaknesses.
What about the dead people?
They are just they're just corpses. Although technically the one guy's just unconscious after he got his blood drained.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go and slit his throat fully.
What? No.
it's up to you guys.
I stop you. Wait, hold on. They may have information they can give us. How'd they get here? Stuff like that.
We care enough to spend the time interrogating them.
Maybe
I
this
think
guy
that-
knows how to hunt really well, and you want to bring him.
I think that what I just said means yes, I do. All the time.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to the party. I don't think I'm not gonna just make decisions, but I think that it would be a smart idea.
All right, let's strip him of everything. Bind him hand and foot so his hands cannot do anything in case he knows magic. And then let's slap him awake, and I can cast Zone of Truth.
He is already bound to the chair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
so
couldn't
let's
get out during a fight. I mean, he's not going to get out.
What I'm saying is let's remove everything on him in case there are things
He's
on
wearing
him.
he's wearing
Naked.
clothes. That's you can strip him naked if you'd like. Sure.
Anyways, I'll wake him back up.
Okay. So I take off his I pat him down, see if there is literally anything on him that's even remotely interesting.
The only thing that they were carrying was that ring, which the one guy was holding clenched fist for some reason. Why he didn't wear it, hard to say.
Choices, right? Alright, then I'm going to cast Zone of Truth on him. If anyone who doesn't want to, anyone who has secrets they want to keep from me, so you can take some steps back. I'm going to slap this guy awake. I don't care. I don't want to cast a healing spell on him. Don't be silly.
Can you roll medical for me?
Sure. If that's enough.
I'm not sure what you rolled. Oh,
12.
yeah, you slap him hard. I mean, it doesn't wake him up. He's not like asleep.
Fine, I guess I'll.
He's like dying. He had his blood drained.
Cast Healing Word at first level, I guess.
Okay, if you cast Healing Word at first level, that will definitely bring him back to consciousness. If that's what you guys want to do.
Get up, you idiot.
He feels the sting of the slap. Like you Healing Word him, but you make sure to Healing Word like the problems that were keeping him conscious, but like the sting of the slap is still very noticeable as he starts regaining consciousness. And he blinks a few times, and he sees the vampires are dead. Sorry?
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself to look like a like a very powerful.
It has to be someone you've seen.
I'm gonna turn into a hag. I'm gonna turn into
Okay.
one of the hags.
You can look like a hag, sure. A green hag, I'm assuming. The ones you saw.
Yes, I'm gonna turn into one of the green hags. I have to
Okay.
So let's see how this goes. Hold on, I have to cast Disguise Self, which is. This is.
Oh, that's
It's
a
gonna be
long one. That's a long. I'm not reading
That's a lot
that.
of reading there.
Yeah, there's a wall of text. It's not going to show up on stream either because it's. Boop, 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 boop.
I now look like a
Disguise.
I now look like a green hag. As
Okay.
I've
I
seen.
think you have to. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to
Did
argue.
you do that before you woke him up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to assume that you did this in a more reasonable order because healing word's a bonus action, so maybe you did them both at the same time. Okay, sure. He blinks his eyes open and he sees the dead vampires, his dead buddies, and he sees a green hag in front of him, and he says, "What is going on?"
Stupid man. All those
What?
creatures break so much of you.
Why are the Fae here in the Shadow Realm? Not the Shadow Realm. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadowfell.
Grandmother Mandra has come to rescue you. But you must tell me everything that there is to know about the Gloom Ilk.
May rolls her eyes.
Yeah, could you please roll a D eyes for me real quick? Just roll your eyes. Can you roll, I guess deception. You're trying to convince him that you're a hag.
That's a 17.
Roll I. A 17? Yeah, he believes that you are a green hag. What? Are you all hags? I don't understand. Why are you... Just leave. Just leave me. Or free me. I don't care.
God damn.
You know things that we wish to know. Make me a deal. I will give you what you wish. Tell me what I want to know. Tell me everything there is to know about Gloomhilk.
Everything there is to know? We are taking over this world, if you must know.
Shadowfell.
Clearly you're not involved, if you must ask such simple questions. We are unstoppable.
You're taking over the shadow. We're in the Shadowfell. You're taking over the Shadowfell. We know this. I said everything.
Not the Shadowfell. We already claim this one. This plane.
We're in the Shadowfell. We're
the material land.
So you're saying that
I just said the world. He didn't say the plane, but yeah.
So you're saying the Gloom Ilk is in control of the Shadowfell entirely?
Are you asking him as May, or are you meta asking me as the DM?
Yes, I'm asking him.
Well, we control what's necessary. What do you want?
So you would say you're in control whenever you're being, drained by a vampire?
I am but a pawn in a grand machine. He's not very good at analogies.
I'm gonna say. So, you wish to make a deal? What do you want? What can I give you?
What the hell?
What do you want from me? You're gonna have to be a little more specific on the questions about, he doesn't. I'm not really sure what you're asking when you say, "Tell me what's important."
I'm trying to ask him for who are the people who are in charge of it? Who is the leadership? Where is the headquarters? Where are the what is the
names?
Yes, names. What is the
You assume I know of all of these things? You think they would give me information and then send me here?
Who's your commanding officer?
He laughs.
You say there's a grand machine. Tell me everything you can about this grand machine.
You are nothing. Leave me.
Who told you to come here?
This interrogation is over. And he just
Zone of truth. Can he lie? He can't lie, right?
No,
He
but
just doesn't have
can't-
to answer questions.
That's right. You know what? In all honesty, I had forgotten about the zone of truth.
Yes, this is why
But
I
nothing
had
he has
Zone of
said.
Truth.
Nothing he has said has been a lie.
So
He doesn't
Order
have to
says-
answer. I don't think he has to answer you, or does he
No.
have to?
I had this thing up so that he so that he would believe that he was being interrogated by a green hag, which is the weirdest thing.
It is very weird. That's why you're getting like strange answers from him, because he's not entirely. He's like, why would I don't get this at all.
I just wanted to see if he was the type of person who would go for a deal with a hag.
I mean, maybe. But what's the
Okay,
deal?
I want to.
You've just been interrogating him.
Like, so you want us to leave you here to die?
Why, you're going to cut me loose now that you've killed my masters?
Huh. They're getting somewhere.
Wait, what did he say about his masters?
That you've killed them?
Killed the vampires. His masters.
So were they working for someone? Because they did not seem like the kind of powerful vampires I've heard of.
I will tell you nothing of them. I don't get that kind of information. I'm told to come here.
So
I'm
again,
told to give
you're
myself
going-
to the greater good.
So you're going to die if you don't,
Death is
help.
but one stage in your existence.
Okay, so we'll torture you then? I don't really understand. Like, we obviously have power here. You don't have any really power. We're just trying to get some information. We don't need you to answer questions.
I'm gonna take a coin out if I.
You can roll intimidation, May, if you'd like.
I'm gonna take a.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a coin out of my pocket, place it up against his eye, and cast light on it.
Well, I mean, he'll close his eyes, but yes, you can.
No, against his eyeball.
I have a better
against
idea.
His eyeball.
Against his, like you're gonna like force his. All right, we're torturing this man. I understand now.
I got a 14.
That's
a better
intimidating. He's scared of you guys. I mean, if you're gonna blind his eye, I guess. Ah, why?
I'm gonna
Ah!
make sure Oris is out of the room. I got a better idea. Somebody hand me their dagger. Do you have a dagger?
Oris
Someone?
left, and he's
I've got
he
an
wants
extra
nothing to do
one.
with it.
I have one that's stuck in my hand, but you can use the one that my actual.
I think I just fried his iris.
I'm gonna
Fried
start.
his eye with
I want
that.
to take a dagger. I'm gonna start peeling off a little bit of his skin.
Jesus Christ.
Holy
I was trying. Okay.
I'm tired of messing around with him.
Okay, yeah. Does he respond?
I mean, he cries out. Ah! What?
Now give us the answer we want. Or
Answer
this
to
could
what?
go on for hours.
Aye.
You were just asking questions.
Ask me a question.
Give us a single name. Who is your commanding officer?
Who is my commanding officer? Give me 1 second. He's gonna mention the name Corbin. I'm just
No,
wondering
it's
if I
like-
gave a name.
yeah.
I think I can just throw a name at you for the.
Probably fine, yeah.
Sorry, I can't remember where I put this. It's not in my immediate notes. Oh, sure. And a powerful necromancer. I wasn't given his name. We just call him the One.
Okay.
You said that you a necromancer, you say?
Yes. And he'll come for me, and I will come for you.
A vampire?
More powerful than a vampire, my friend.
Good to know. That's all very good to know. I'm gonna take the. Are we done with him?
I'm not quite. I want to know. You don't know anything else about this man?
Why did I let you have an whatever. DM's made choices.
Well, if you're done with him,
I'm not done. Do you know anything else about him?
Who? The necromancer.
if
He's
you-
powerful, controls
Yes,
the
the
undead,
necromancer.
marches upon the Shadowfell. I'm certain you'll meet him one day if you're taking this temple.
And he's coming to the material plane.
No, he spends time there on occasion.
You know what the Mazgate is?
I do know of the Mazgate, do you not?
We think we do. Is it
You're a Fae and you don't know of the
Do
Mazgate.
you know what?
What the hell is this? Discord. Rebooting real quick.
Your master's plan.
I use it as a dildo. What do you use it as?
Alright, I missed something there.
No, you didn't.
Discord flickered for a second and I missed some, and then I came back to dildo.
I'm saying I use the Mazgate as a that's how I use the Mazgate. How do you
Anyway.
use it as? I'm trying to throw him off of that I'm not really a Fae. I'm saying
It's
that
pretty clear you're not a Fae. I want to know if the Mazgate has master's plans.
Sorry, if the Mazgate
Has any part in the plans of his
The
master.
Mazgate is part of all life and all death. Any plan anyone makes in this place will revolve around the Mazgate.
So I mean, a yes would have worked too, but okay.
Oris pops back in, just says, "Let's leave this guy. We can learn this some other way. This is
Alright.
not right."
I'm going to
guess-
take my. As everyone
You! One in the back. Free me, and I will make it worth your while.
Oris, he
Yeah.
walked away after he said what he said. He's not listening.
We're
He's gone.
going to.
So we're
All
not
right.
gonna leave. We're not gonna leave him loose.
Absolutely not. I take out the decanter of endless water, put it in his mouth, and say geyser.
Since
Jesus
since
Christ.
Oris is out, he doesn't know. So
I don't
I'm gonna go ahead.
want to just kill him. Let's just leave him here.
That could be a bad. Leaving loose ends is not a good thing. I mean, we're trying to get.
Drowning is kind of fucked up.
He's completely incapacitated. You guys want him dead, he's dead. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want it to be with endless water, then he is super drowned.
Okay.
Possibly ruptured organs and whatnot.
Yes.
I would have argued that a slow drowning would have been more painful, but, you know.
I
I was trying to.
Bjorn kind of has a dislike for the glue milk anyway, so he's not going to leave one of them guys alive.
Well, it's not specifically... Like, if you're talking about your backstory, it's not specifically the glue milk.
Corbin.
Oh, Corbin specifically. You hear Corbin's name, and then this guy dies. That makes sense.
Like if you say by blasting with the super soaker, you're like, okay, that's cool. I have no objection. I don't think.
Okay.
Subject to getting the super soaker to death.
This guy died. You killed the vampires. Are you returning to the material plane?
Oris already left. He's already back.
Is everyone else agreeing on that?
Yep.
Okay.
So
You return to the material plane. Your hands slightly sullied, but that's what adventurers do.
So shouldn't we talk to the what were they? Gnomes?
Yeah.
That we just cleared.
Oris will control the gates. You guys can go explore. He's moody, but he does offer to let you guys. Probably want to check out the equivalent room on this side, which you'll need to get through as well. So
You guys have already been to that room.
there's nothing there now that we've cleansed
There was
the temple.
Oh,
or-
I mean you want to check after you've cleansed the temple. I understand. Yep.
He just suggests that they can. Well, he just says he'll
Yep.
get the.
We'll just skip
portals
ahead,
while they-
and you guys
they
can
go.
just move your guys over here. You have to go through the rift, then Oris is going to flip it, and then you guys are going to be...
He just says he'll give you like 2 minutes.
Actually, sorry.
to get there. 3
Actually,
minutes
I
to
should
get there.
mention... You know what? I forgot about this part entirely. Because I hadn't planned for you guys to have Rim and a bird to do this whole thing. You were actually supposed to, as you were solving the puzzle, be trapped on that side. But you guys figured out a good way to get back. As soon as you killed the vampires, both rifts were open. So you don't actually need to use the dials anymore.
Hey, Oris?
Yeah. he's very what's the word? Short,
What?
whatever. Yeah, he's just curt. He's moody right now.
I don't really want to do that kind of thing either.
That's good. Nobody should enjoy that.
This is a good
It's
excuse
just-
for Oris to leave for an episode.
Exactly. I'm kind of winding it up.
It's just sometimes, I don't know, it's hard to... This is something pretty big and terrifying we're going up against, and I'm worried that we're going to have to do some things we don't like.
I agree. I just don't like having to participate. It's something I have to deal with on my own. I appreciate your concern.
Well, from now on, I'll do my best. We'll try to find someone who wants to cooperate. Hopefully, we'll find someone who, you know, is maybe they were once part of the glue milk or something, and we can convince them to turn. Or
Some other forms of magic, perhaps.
something like that, maybe. Even with magic, I don't really enjoy causing people to do things they shouldn't. But, you know, if it's necessary, if it's for the greater good, I suppose, you know. Something like this kind of idea of some necromancer who's commanding armies in another realm and plans to come across to ours, it seems like something that could affect everyone.
It's definitely something we need to continue to investigate. Or potentially battle. Preferably we can find out about these things in more humane methods.
I hope so too.
You
All
guys
right.
hug and
No.
kiss and make up.
I mean, it's a little weird.
Oris isn't mad at the group. He's disappointed that it had to come to that, and he just doesn't like to participate. He understands that
Yeah.
people do this, and it's sometimes
No,
necessary.
I get it. I
So-
don't think I think he would have said something otherwise, but it's like May didn't want to either, but she was getting to the point where she was like this. I mean, it went a little bit further than she was planning, but she knew that we needed the information in some way, so.
And it's not like Fjorn would enjoy it as much as just knowing what it could end up being if he left him alive.
Right.
Oris kind
I
of
don't know. I think that
To be
maybe
fair,
Blanford-
he was basically dead already, and you guys brought him back just for the torture.
yeah. That was the part that Oris didn't like. He's
I think if anyone enjoyed it, it was Blanford. But...
Well, I wasn't going to do it except that.
I think he just wanted an excuse to dress up, in all honesty.
Like,
I mean,
no,
he also drowned the guy instead of just slitting his throat or something.
I wasn't going to do it except that you guys wanted to interrogate, and the interrogation. And I wanted to go. I would not have interrogated him because he was dead. But since we were going to do it, I wanted to see what kind of.
You guys just need to learn Speak with the Dead, or whatever that spell is, and then you don't have to... you can get these answers
Exactly.
without having to gruesomely heal them back, and then...
But yeah, Oris didn't try to stop you guys. He just didn't want anything to do with it, which is, I mean, not much better than participating, but he wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Okay. So you guys...
Anyway.
I'm just gonna kind of...
No.
Sorry.
was gonna say if you knew more, if they knew more about Bjorn's backstory, where he come from, that kind of stuff. Even though he doesn't enjoy doing it, it's not something that he shies away from so much either, because he's seen a lot of it. As far as some activity,
Okay.
Right.
We can pretend that conversation happens like after we leave the temple or some Fjorn or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Fjorn about it later anyway.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, with the horse, I just wanted to talk right about. We can do the gnomes and stuff now.
Sure. I'll kind of speed through it a little bit because I want to get you guys out of the temple. Oh, you want me to take my time with the gnomes? I can.
Oh no, I said gnomes. I didn't say no.
Oh, they said no, but you said gnomes.
Are they? Yeah. What's their deal?
Yeah, there's 3 spirited gnomes. They're very appreciative. Thank you, thank you. They say you've cleared the temple of the problems. We will deal with the rest and close the rifts when you leave. And finally rest. And as 2 of them...
I was kind of thinking, I mean, we definitely want you guys to be able to rest. I just thought it would be kind of cool to have, portals to the Shadowfell whenever we needed.
They look amongst each other for a second. As you wish, we'll leave them to your control. And one of them... as 2 of them start fading out, the 3rd one holds out an orb of some kind to you guys. A reward. For some reason, has able to manifest long enough to hold this material item.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, sure. You take it from him, and he vanishes off as well. And after
Is it an orb of dragon kind? Just kidding.
It's actually small. I think I overestimated the size of it when I called it an orb. It's a pearl of power.
Oh, dope.
Oh, don't you already have one?
No. But I guess I can give this ring away. And I hold. Don't want to have all the magic items.
for who wants to be aware of what a pearl of power does, it allows you to use an action or outside of combat, doesn't need to be in combat, to recover up to a 3rd level spell. So it's extra spell slots for spellcasters.
Oris wants that.
Fjorn definitely needs it.
Yes. We have 2 spellcasters. One of them is going to take it, and it's awesome.
Rock, paper, scissors.
What? No. I mean, I guess.
Want to roll for it?
For rock, paper, scissors?
Oh, for who gets it highest on a D20?
It's like WoW when you roll for loot.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Just take it. Don't give it to me.
I mean, I guess we can roll. I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to try to decide, but whatever.
Honestly, you've got I think you've got a better. I think you might actually be the better choice for it because you don't. I don't recover spell slots, but I. Yeah, I don't use them as much. I used a lot today, but I didn't really need to. I used a lot because
It's true. You did a bit
Yeah.
of burning your spell slots for the interrogation, and
yeah, but I didn't need
okay.
to. But yeah,
you guys got information.
yeah.
I hadn't really planned for that, but I mean, I did know their
Yeah.
personalities, so it's
What's
fine.
your? I mean, you can have. I guess. What do you have? Like, what's your AC?
AC is 13.
Blanford
Yeah,
is
you
by
want-
far your most fragile.
I'm like, do you want to just take the ring and I can have the pearl?
That would be great.
Because you have it terrible. Because you seem to get hit a lot.
I hadn't noticed this.
Yeah, how about you do that? It's a ring of protection. It also boosts your saving throws, I guess, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, and they're real items, so you don't even need to like make it up. You can just grab them from the list.
Is it really? Because I think the ring of protection is just a +1 to your AC. I thought.
I'm pretty sure I was looking it up when I was building my stupid like max AC level 20 characters.
Oh. But yeah, you can have the ring. How about that? And
I'll take the
we
ring.
can
Oh,
later on, if we think it's better that you have the pearl, then I'll definitely let you have it.
swap. We'll swap if it becomes if it becomes clear that it's which one is.
I didn't even use a 3rd level spell slot today.
I did.
I did not
did?
mean to do that twice. It's because I have it open on 2 screens like an idiot.
I used the Thunder Wave. I used Thunder Wave at 3rd level.
I think we should go find Oris.
Oris went hunting when the portals are permanently open, Fjorn. But Oris went hunting after he had the chat with May while the others were talking with the gnome, and I rolled a 22 finally.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm going to go out.
The other ones get here.
We're going to go outside.
Can we still close the portals or?
Sure. The dials, you'll have to think about. You'll have to fiddle with the dials, but you can learn to turn on and off both rifts now instead of one at a time.
Is there doors to this place?
The only one to the outside is the main.
Yeah,
entrance.
I think that we should try to. I should try to cast Arcane Lock on it.
Go for it.
I'm trying to remember if I have Arcane Lock. I don't remember if I actually took it as a spell.
Okay.
Nope. I mean, I guess I can cast Alarm on it, and then maybe I can come back later. Oh, wait, no, I do have Arcane Lock. I just need to prepare it. So I guess if we take a short rest or something.
Okay.
Yes, let's take a short rest.
Okay. But Oris doesn't want to take a short rest. He wants to hunt.
Well, he was doing that while they were talking to the gnomes.
You have to hunt for like a few hours, though. It's not.
I thought it was only one. I thought it was only 1 hour. So. Whatever.
I'll take a short rest while.
I mean, you could say it's only 1 hour, and then what you catch will be.
I can do 3 hours. I don't need a short rest. I mean, I've got some key points and full health, so it's fine. The others can short rest. I can put the brick out where it was before.
Yeah, the 2 of us can short rest.
Okay. So Fjorn, you're out there with Oris?
I don't need to rest.
Okay. While you guys are out there, out in the wilderness, hunting away, yeah, you guys can...
He leaves the brick there for the other guys.
As you're hunting, you think you come across a deer, but as you turn through past some trees, you swear you see like an area of trees, and as you approach it, your eye line gets cut by like, you look down for a sec, the 2 of you, there's like a tree in the way, and when you look back at that area, there's a giant shoe, just like where the trees were.
Nice.
And you notice that the shoe has like a window cut into the top part of the where the heel would or the ankle would be, and there's like a door by the toe, and there's some like things hanging from the shoe, and yeah, you have this giant shoe in front of you guys. About 20.
I guess Fjorn found me, right? I was not nearby when he was on the Quain call, not the phone call.
So I'm going to tell Oris what Lindsay told me.
Yeah.
When I see the shoe.
She said to approach, right?
She said to say rat.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
So I guess Bjorn's going to be like calling out rat. I don't know.
Yeah, certainly. So as you guys start to get a little bit closer to this giant shoe, out the front door comes a gnome woman comes out, and she says, "Ah, rat!" And she comes out, and she's wearing like rat pelts. She's a strange individual by far, as you see her come out and yelling "rat" into the air. "Ah, yes, hello, welcome. Ah, you two must be fans of rats."
Actually, we're friends of Whimsy.
Oh.
Well, we're fans of rats too. One of our companions has a bag full of rats.
bag of rats, you say? And your friends of whimsy. Well, come, please, come closer. As you get a little bit closer, you do notice that there's a symbol on the shoe. You don't know what the symbol means, but it's in the same nature as the one that's on your coin, and you saw that meant blood in the past, and the symbols you saw down in the well. Whatever connection all these characters have, you feel that this rat woman must somehow be related in that sense. Do you need anything? You must be adventurers, whimsy. Yes. I can help you. I see you have... your axe does not look worse for wear, my friend.
No, it's got issues. Whimsy thought maybe you could assist me with it.
Yes, do you want a new one? Would that be good enough?
A new one? Or...
Do you have some sentimental attachment? She asked a very similar line of question that Whimsy had.
No, not really sentimental to...
Well, then, one moment. Let me just look up the cost of a great axe and spell it properly. Oh my god. It's one word, isn't it?
He's a merchant.
It's normally 30 GP. Yes. She goes into her house for a second. You hear like pots and pans, things banging around. She comes back out. She's kind of dragging it. She doesn't look that strong to be dragging a great axe. And she puts down fresh one. Yes, 20 gold pieces.
Okay, I pay her.
Excellent. She takes it. It's normally, if you're curious, a 30 gold piece item. So she's giving you a discount on the item. Yes. Is it only the two of you traveling?
No, we have a couple companions resting over near the temple back west.
How long?
I'm assuming we went east, whatever.
I see. And you said you have a bag? A bag of rats, by chance?
Would you be interested in such an item?
She's sort of like fiddling with her fingers a little. A trade might be appropriate.
What have you to offer?
I have magical items as well. I can. Maybe it's best you come back with all of your friends. I'll better be able to decide what you'd want.
Very well. We shall return shortly.
Oh, excellent. And she pops her way back into the shoe.
I guess,
So we go back and tell...
yeah.
You notice as you're walking away, you look over your shoulder, and the shoe's not there anymore. And you're like, what?
I'm wondering if we'll be able to find it again. Yeah. Might be the case.
We can always cry out rat again.
Exactly.
Also, I should have mentioned, she would have introduced herself. No, you know what? She wouldn't have. You just only know her as the Rat Woman. Or the Rat Gnome, if you want. But she would probably prefer Rat Woman.
So I guess we tell Blandford, and are they done their rest by now? Short rest?
Sure. And you return with, you know what? Before she let you leave, she said, wait one moment. And she comes back out, here, and she hands you dried jerky, enough for the day. For like 5-6 people.
Why, thank you.
Because you rolled well on the
Much
survival,
appreciated.
it's just cooler if she gives it to you than if you found an animal to eat.
It's like a gingerbread house.
What's a gingerbread house?
This shoe.
It's
in the
like
forest.
a giant shoe, like
What
something
was
that
I
like a
just-
Titan-sized person. Like the shoe
So it's
is
a
like
gingerbread shoe.
20 feet long.
It's just a bad analogy.
What was old woman who-
We're looking for food in the
Once was old
forest, and
woman
we
with
come
the shoes.
across.
She had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
Oh, you're just worried that she's gonna try to fatten you up and then eat you.
Because different
No.
nursery rhyme.
It's
We're
different.
not
yeah,
kids.
that's
We're not
different.
kids. We just came across food when we were looking for it in a weird,
Okay,
in a weird
so
manner.
We got a
So
couple
I guess-
minutes left. Do you guys want to all go see the rat woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you guys telling us about her?
She wants
I
a bag
showed-
of rats. She'll offer us
my
magical
axe.
items.
My new axe.
She,
So she wants rats for stuff?
the bag of rats.
Said
She
she,
might have something good to offer. She seems quite interested in these rats, so we might get
Alright,
more than their
so
values.
What do
worth.
what kind of stuff do we need?
We can see what she has.
Alright.
Okay. As the group of you, reluctantly, all of you, eventually start moving your way back to where you thought the shoe was before, you do find it again, but it is not in the same place. And you don't remember... You swear you saw an empty space to your left, and then a moment later, you looked again, and there's the shoe. Just appearing out in the wilderness. It's just poof. I'm not sure if... hint, hint, this may have been something I spoke a long while back ago with Ezekiel. In
Wait,
a
what?
similar fashion. And not the rat woman, but it's okay. We can talk about it after on Discord, maybe.
Shoe
It'll jog
gnomes?
your memory.
Oh,
Anyways.
you're talking about your sub-race of gnomes called shoe gnomes.
Yes, the rat woman comes back up. Ah, ha, ha, there are so many of you. Even the black... she sees the Black Fang. She doesn't know he's the Black Fang. I almost said it by accident. She doesn't know he's the Black Fang. But she sees... I was going to say, the Black Fang is with you guys. So he sees 6 people. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. I see you now. Ah, I will tell you what you need. I see
Okay,
that 2 of you have feathers. Yes. For a small fee, I can put a nifty enchantment on them for you and turn them into quills.
On feathers?
Yes, owlbear feathers. It's strange.
Oh.
She looks at you guys and knows your inventories without seeing them necessarily.
A magic
I
pen.
feel like it's pretty easy to make into a quill, but
Oh, I'll make it into a regular quill, yes. But don't you want a cool enchantment on it?
oh, like a magic quill. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, totally.
Infinite ink?
How much is that? Is it like you have to pay you, or
Yes. 50
What?
gold for each.
50 gold? Well, can you tell us what the enchantment is?
It is helpful. And if you guys want to metagame it, it's called Owlbear Quill.
Yes.
I mean,
I'll buy-
if he's gonna go, I guess I'll see what happens to his first. I'm not gonna.
Excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
feels like a bard thing. Even like just as like a even if I never actually use it, it feels like a
So you both will hand over your owlbear feathers?
I want to wait and see what happens to his first.
Oh, sure, certainly. I'll do one at a time. Why not? Yes. Blanford hands her 50 gold, I'm assuming?
yes.
Excellent. Oh, excellent, excellent. She returned. She goes into a shop. Cha-ting, cha-ting, cha-ting. You just hear noises and pots and whatnot. And she comes back out. Yes, here you are. And it is in quill form. You notice that it has a slight magical feel to it.
Okay.
What's it do?
I'm not sure if you looked at the item. If you take a look at it, it will offer you... It produces unlimited ink, so you never have to purchase ink if you want to write stuff. It will give you advantage whenever using a forgery kit or a calligrapher's set. And if you use it for... the ink it produces is magical in nature, and if you use it for recording magical scrolls, the cost of those scroll into your spellbook will be reduced by 20 gold.
Oh, damn.
That's so good. I have forgery.
Yes, I noticed that one of you had a forgery kit and one of you has calligrapher's skills. Actually, I believe Oris also has calligrapher's
Can say,
skills.
yeah.
So, I mean, you would need to find another owlbear feather, I'm assuming, but yes, it's an option. Or you could borrow from one of them, I suppose.
I'll do that. That's pretty good for me.
Yes, excellent. It's what you wanted with the... That's why you took the feathers, right?
I mean, I guess I didn't know what could be made out of them. I just thought, oh, cool, an owl bell feather.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'll,
this is I thought this was a cool item that you guys want. I mean, correct me if the
something-
DM has overstepped, but I thought that this was something.
No, you have yet to overstep.
Yes, she returns to her shoe, comes back out a moment later, and it's identical to the one that she just gave Blanford, after she accepts your 50 gold coins, of course.
Is there anything you can do with this broken gem that I have here? It's so unfortunate. Is there anything you can do to turn it into like a earring, in a musical instrument, like a wind chime from my ear?
A wind chime?
A earring-sized wind chime.
I could do something like that, I suppose. It won't be magical in nature, but I can make you something nice out of it.
Like so like a tap it, make a sound like a musical instrument that would hit in my ear.
Yes. One more thing before I do that. I'll take your gem pieces. 1 silver will be sufficient for this.
Okay.
So she'll take those items from you, and before she returns, she says, things you have in your possession. Pearl of power, ring of protection, javelin of lightning. I can duplicate these items for you, but it won't be cheap.
oh, damn, seriously? How much is the cost for each of them?
The javelin and the pearl are easier enchantments. 100 platinum each, which is 1,000 gold if you were curious. The ring, though, it's a more difficult enchantment. 250 platinum.
Yeah, that's insane. The Pearl of Power could be nice to duplicate.
I mean, if you're curious, the other 2 items are uncommon, whereas the ring of protection is a rare item.
Yeah, I figured.
And lastly, while you are pondering these things, I have cloaks of elven kind, if you're interested. And she returns to her shoe for a moment. Clink, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank. Cloaks of elven kind, if you're curious. For 2 points, I will mention that it is the cloak that the Black Fang wears, and it is the cloak that Tessa wears.
How much is that one?
She'll return in a moment. She comes back and she's fashioned the wind chime. Yes, you can wear this as a piece of jewelry and play it whenever you want.
Excellent.
The cloaks, I could sell you at most 2, 900 gold apiece. You know what? She pauses for a moment. You guys did say you knew Whimsy, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I can discount some of those items if you're truly interested.
Well, the cloak might be nice. But I don't know. I definitely don't have gold.
I will also trade you for the bag. 1 item for the bag,
Oh, of the rats.
if you want.
I thought you meant the bag of holding bros. I was like, probably not.
Well, I guess May doesn't specifically know she's talking about the bag of rats, but I'm actually going to cut it here. I've given you guys a bunch of options. You can think about it over the week, and you have this woman at your beck and call to potentially purchase these things. You don't know how much of a discount, but she will give you a discount now that because you are friends with Whimsy, which was actually a thing I wrote down here, that if you were to mention Whimsy and you just happened to speak with her today, which you don't normally do, so that was just good luck on your side. There's clearly some connection between them. You don't know exactly, and I'm actually hoping to slowly sprinkle information about that into the other campaign, which you guys will hopefully watch and find out. So
Nice.
either way, though, we're going a little bit over, so that's why I'm going to cut it, but I've given you all the information you have to work with, and I'm assuming you guys will probably travel to town. I know we still haven't made it to El Loain, but you guys are very close, and when we finally get there, we can deal with all the things to do there. I'll throw a couple of quick spoilers at you just so you get, just to wet your whistle. a little so you can think about it. Oh, there are plenty of quests to do. There are multiple inns. There will be, you'll be able to get booze. You'll be able to get food. You'll be able to restock anything that you need there. There's a market square where you might be able to potentially purchase other items or set up your own shop or business, or potentially run grifts. I know one of you is very interested in that. There are residential areas where you could potentially purchase lodging permanently if that's something you're down the road interested in. There's your general stuff like blacksmiths and things of that nature. There's religious temples there. The reason I'll finally spoil. I've been hinting at it, and you guys don't seem to care, but I'm going to mention it anyways. A city is titled El in front of its name, El Lowain and El Rolin, if they have a Temple of Ava in the city, and they do. They have a Temple of Ava. They also have a shrine to Saloon, and we'll deal with that god as it comes up, but I think some of you might find that interesting.
I already know what that is. Surprisingly.
There's also a library so that you guys could potentially research things that you're interested in. There's an academy which can help train new recruits, possibly even somewhere where Rim might want to spend some time. There's banks, there's gardens, and one last thing I'll throw at you guys is there may actually, depending on who you speak with, there may be the potential to learn how to train an owlbear mount, possibly. I'm just going to leave that on the tips of your tongues as you guys have a week to ponder all this stuff. I've been waiting like a month for you guys to finally get to this place, so I have to say something. So you're just going to have all the anemones, all the cool stuff, basically all the things that you wish you could do that the other campaign is capable of doing because they're in a major city. It's going to be at your beck and call, as well as a bunch of awesome quest lines that you can pick and choose and will present themselves to you as you play. Viewers, I hope you had a good time. I'm going to do my 1, 2, 3, and everybody can say their goodbyes. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. I'm new.
Thank you for watching, and I hope to see... we got Wednesdays and Saturdays. More of the Meridian Fall campaign. Thank you.
Whoa, whoa.